Good evening, Sklavko. Are you well this evening? he's always there, is Sklavko. Hello, mate. You all right? Yes, we're back again, like the bad penny of YouTube.
Back like
Gentlemen,
a rash.
I know. Gentlemen, are we okay? Mega Geek, you good?
Yeah, I'm fine. Fine.
Sure about that?
Yeah.
Good man.
Yes, I'm fucking fine, thank you.
I always have to double check. Cockney, Spockney, Blockney, Wockney, you all right?
Yep, no sugar in my coffee apart from that. Perfect,
Oh, I thought you were sweet enough.
Yeah, well,
obviously not.
Wrong, didn't you? No. Greetings, my friends. Send me your money.
Matthew, you well?
I am, man. I'm just about got my breath back, so I reckon I'm about ready to speak.
Ooh.
For Sklavko, what have you been doing to get out of breath?
Oh, only running. Nothing exciting. Nothing spicy involving anyone else. No, sadly.
So running 9 p.m. at night in the middle of winter.
Yeah, I must be insane.
Is it snowy where
Never
you are?
do that.
It is, but it's kind of about 80% clear, so it's pretty safe, really. But it's still not pleasant. It's just your hands are frozen, your feet you can't feel your toes anymore.
Yeah.
You stop for a breather and you freeze up. You know what I mean? Oh no, I'd much rather do it in the summer.
How was your Ian, how was your fitness maintained through the lockdown? Mine's going a bit south, to be fair, but
most people.
Yeah, mine's is not too good. As I said, I'm going to wait till it's a lot more warmer, and then I'll go for a run. Last time I went for a run, it was okay, but I remember when I was in, a couple of years ago, I used to run right around Battersea Park. First go. Now I stop like 200 times now. Or even, the park must be getting bigger. That's my excuse anyway.
They've extended it. They keep extending it when you're not there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just getting older. That's all. That's all I can say.
Spockney, what keep fit do you do other than bashing buttons on the phone?
Living in New Zealand, everything's a keep fit exercise. The nearest shop's 20 kilometres away. That's not even a joke. I've got things to chainsaw, trees to rip up. I go out in the garden, I dig things up. So I'm actually fitter than I've ever been, strangely enough.
Very good, very good.
Wow.
As I said before we came on, we kind of covered Gina Carano at lunchtime, didn't we?
I cannot believe I had to triple check the Independent and make sure it wasn't a joke account like the Babylon Bee. The Independent is basically saying this proves there's no such thing as cancel culture because Gina Carano has been cancelled. What?
How does that logic work?
Exactly. Is this a Sunday Sport or something? The fuck? So Independent bollocks, basically. That's one of my favourite bookmark newspapers. Not anymore.
Do you remember in the old days when you used to read the newspaper and used to think, wow, these people really know what's going on in the world. They report the news. Now, these days, they don't even get the spelling right on certain words. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, it's a shambles, isn't it? It's amateur hour.
Yeah.
Amateurs! Exactly. It's like everything else. We've got to do everything, haven't we? They can't do it.
Oh, yeah, we've got to find out everything ourselves now, yeah. Can't rely on anyone.
YouTube, all the usual channels have been kind of chewing the fat over the Carano incidents. But obviously, there's one channel that's coming through with new rumours. Do you know anything about that, Doom Spockney?
Greetings, my friends. I have a rumour of a whisper of a hint of a story of a rumour. That's right. I know nothing, but excuse me while I put on this plastic mask and just talk bollocks for another 10. Send me your money. The whiskey bottle is empty. That kind of thing.
Yeah, our friend Doomcocker's apparently sitting on an exclusive about all this, so it'd be interesting to see what's going on.
Yeah, but to be fair, right? Some of his rumor, well, actually, a lot of his rumors have been true. So it's not like he doesn't sound like he is making this one up. I doubt if he'll make it up just to get out there. So because in the past
Kathleen
his rumors have
Kennedy's
been.
leaving any day
I-
now. She's definitely going.
I said to Doomspockner before, do you think this could be like a like D-Day
Gloom-
for
Gloom block,
for-
me, please.
yeah
It's
gloom?
Gloom block now. Gloom block.
What do you
Do you
mean,
think-
D-Day? What are you talking about?
Kind of like, do you think the warring factions in Lucasfilm or Disney? Do you think this may make it come to a head, or are they just going to carry on as
Look,
usual?
It's interesting because if you went 10 years back, she would have been fired. But nobody. Look, I suspect no one really knows what's going on in Disney apart from the people that are there. So but you can take a guess that she's not happy, the Bobs are not happy, and Favreau is trying to do his own thing. That's the only conclusion you can come to, really. Let's face it. What else can you say? Because nobody has any. If we bug the place and we're hearing it in real time, then everybody can say for sure. But everything else is speculation, isn't it?
Yeah, I saw
Speculation.
I think it was 95 million Disney Plus subscribers. I was
that quit. You mean that quit Disney?
No, that are the
That they
current
got-
amount of at the moment. I was just 95 million. Because
Yeah.
if you times that by is it $6 per month?
That's a lot
That's
of
a
money.
lot of that's $500 million a month.
Well, they have brought almost everything up, so it's no surprise, really. Let's face it. But then again, to run a business like that and to own everything like that outweighs how much they're getting from Disney through this subscription. So they still got a long way to go of turning profits.
Yeah,
I want to know
'cause,
how much they're getting from the taxpayer. That'd be interesting.
Oh yeah, in perks and
And
things like that,
tax
tax cuts. Yeah,
because in true journalistic form, I just read the headline and fucked off to page 3. But basically, there's something.
the Sun.
Some government, but Dad, some government funds designed for small businesses, and all the big corporations thought, right, we're going to get fucking on the end of this, get our snouts into this trough, and hoovered up all the money. So specifically, and this is the thing, it's like, well, we've taken your money, we've killed your heroes and your heroines, we've called you Nazis in public, and now we're taking your tax dollar as well. I mean, they just, basically bend over people and take it. Signed, Mickey. Isn't it? Simple as that.
Well,
So I'd like to see a breakdown. I want to see a proper. That's all I mean. All I know is Bob Chapek, mate. The best bit of fiction coming out of Disney is Bob Chapek's tax returns for the park.
Yeah.
You sue me if I'm wrong, Bob. An entry ticket is not taxed the same level as a spoon, is it, mate? Yeah, we all know what you're up to. You cunt. If I'm wrong,
Well-
sue me. I dare you. I double dare you.
Well, yeah,
Right,
as I
because I'm
said,
right.
people
IRS, you
they can
listen.
talk to the cows come home, but nobody really knows what's going on. And if it is the case that the two Bobs versus Kathleen Kennedy, and let's face it, right, the two Bobs kind of own Disney. They're the people in charge.
Yeah.
And if it's
Two
true
big
that
Bobs.
they can't fire her because she's got an ironclad contract, that still makes you wonder about the whole situation. If she's got a contract, why don't they just stop her productions full stop? I don't understand what's going on. So it must be more complicated than we think.
Yeah,
you know
something's
what I mean?
going on. Yeah,
Yeah.
Unless if she's got negatives of the.
She's got something. Either
Yeah.
that or she makes a fucking good cup of coffee. But I could Kathleen, coffee, cappuccino.
Well, Spielberg did say that she does make a good cup of coffee, apparently.
Yeah, but Americans can't make coffee though, can they? They just drink weak
Rely on
piss.
machines.
When we say they make a cup of coffee, it's
Generalisation.
really going to the machine.
It's
And,
weak piss. Their coffee.
And
Yeah.
I don't know. I think their coffee's okay.
It's quantity over quality, mate.
Quality. They can get a fairly well. They design the good coffees, but funnily enough, they're better in Europe. I mean,
On 10 minutes.
a good Americano, or if you have a black Americano, you can't call it that now. It's an African Americano.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sorry, and I plagiarised it. That was went all that way to plagiarise a joke. That's all I got. It's like,
Yeah.
I take it back. Sorry, everyone. It's early in the day for me.
To kind of finish off the Gina Carano stuff, it's going to be very interesting to see what's going to be happening at Disney stroke Lucasfilm in the next few days.
I just think it's beyond surreal. She's has done nothing wrong. It's not even. You'd have to be they're just so desperate to take something the wrong way. And as for if the mistake is making a harsh historical comparison, well, so did the Mandalorian, didn't he himself, Pedro Pascal? He did exactly the same thing with the.
Yeah, I saw that.
So,
Yeah.
So sheer fucking double standards. You're right, Brown. You're right. You're right. Onto
It
the
is.
theme at the beginning.
2021 is the year of double standards.
Exactly. And then these channels cashing it in, talking about Gina Carano. Can't stand those wankers. Hey, know what I mean?
And you know what?
Gina
I
Carano.
think with Lee on today, he dialed it in far better than any of these channels. To be fair,
Look, everybody has the right to make money, and if people use Gina Carano to make money off YouTube, then God bless them. That's all I can say.
yeah.
Clicks is clicks. No,
Yeah.
I'm being ironic because we're doing it right now, but it's all right when we do it.
We're not getting paid. Not yet, anyway. But it'll happen one day. Hopefully, it'll happen.
Cruel Beer in. Gina getting fired. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah. Cruel
Sarcasm.
posted a little video on Twitter
He
today.
did, yeah.
Yeah, very good as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good lad.
yeah. So good lad. Okay, shall we just put that to bed then? That's kind of like ongoing. So
Not like Gina.
tatty bye. So this has kind of dropped in under the radar with all this stuff that's going on.
Where's his mustache?
This is the update.
Do you know what makes me laugh about this Superman, right? Henry Cavill, he's built like a shit brick house, yet they feel the need to put false muscles on his costume. What the hell's that all about?
He doesn't need it.
Of course he doesn't need it. It just looks stupid.
He is only about as bulky as Christopher Reeve. Actually, Christopher Reeve was probably bigger, but the thing is, Christopher Reeve didn't have the definition, which I thought was more appealing because you kind of make it a bit more believable as far as he didn't need to be sculpted. You just need to be of a certain size and fill the costume out.
Yeah.
But they seem to have kind of gone too stylistic with this, and it's too much about the perfect chiseled look rather than the spirit of the character.
I agree. Totally agree with you.
Because thinking about it, he doesn't even have to be muscly. Because General Zod was a bit wiry. It's just the fact that they're from Krypton.
It's all about it's all about the superpowers, not their actual physical, not their actual physicality. The only reason why they're that strong is because they're
the sun gives them the power.
The power of Yellow Sun with their genetic makeup.
Yeah.
So that's why the Kryptonians in the Donner movies were
wiry as fuck.
Kind of ordinary looking, really.
Yeah.
So you don't need these sort of power lifter type characters on screen. It doesn't really help it for the movie. I mean, Brandon Routh, I thought was great casting because he was very much in the spirit of Christopher Reeve, where his body wasn't
down
that
by
super.
the material.
Yeah, sadly, it was absolutely fantastic casting. But again, crap film. But he could have been great if they carried him on, I think.
Well, the only reason why I got cast as Superman, and you know what, don't hate me for saying this, is because he was gay, and so was Bryan Singer. Did you see where all that was going? Do you know what I mean? So, he's gay. Bryan Singer's gay. Do you know what I mean? What's his name? Who played Lex Luthor is gay. So they cast. He cast. The people in the people he wanted to play, and also he was kind of making a statement as well, wasn't he?
I learn something every day on this. Honestly, I learn something every day. Either watching or listening or being on this channel, I learn something.
Or reading the chat. Oh, Birub, you are naughty, but I like you.
Kneel before Doom Spotney.
While you're down there.
I mean, look, he looked. Bryan Singer gave him a costume, and his boots were too short. What the hell was that all about? Do you know what I mean? You looked at that costume that Ralph was wearing, First of all, the S was too small on his chest. Second of
Yeah.
all, his boots were too short. Third of all, he didn't have the S on his cape, and the color wasn't red; it was off red.
Yeah,
What
it was-
kind of statement was Singer making here?
Yeah, that's one thing I disliked about that movie was they were going for the muted sort of dowdy colours, you know, whereas Superman should be the opposite. It should be this sort of bright symbol of hope.
Yes.
And they went even worse in Snyder's movies. So I'm all for sort of going back to the comic look of the original, you know. But you're right. You're right about what Singer did with his costume. I didn't like it at all.
Well, they changed out the colours. It's all black and white. There's no colour left. Look, he's gone all black and white.
No, they're afraid
Superman.
of bright colours, aren't they? They're just afraid of being comic characters. That's
I
what
remember
you're doing.
reading about Bryan Singer taking over, and he was making Superman Returns. They're going to ignore the other Superman films, and I thought, great, this is going to be awesome. And then when I saw the film, I came out of the cinema shaking my head. I was really, really upset because basically what he did was he turned Superman into a stalker, gave him a son, and basically copied the helicopter scene, but had a plane. And that was the extent of the originality of that film. It was awful. I couldn't believe that you had this great IP and that's what you did with it. I just couldn't understand it at all. Really couldn't understand it.
Even I knew that the plots wasn't particularly brilliant. It just felt very long and saggy.
Yeah, it felt very uneventful to me.
I think I've probably seen it probably only once. I've never really wanted to see it again, which is a shame.
Yeah, same.
It is terrible, and the casting was awful as well. Getting Kate Boswell, whatever her name is, to play Lois Lane, who looked like she was 16 or some nonsense like that, and having a kid.
Yeah, I
didn't
buy it at all. After Margot, is it Margot Kidder?
Margot Kidder, yeah.
Yeah.
I just couldn't buy Bosworth at all. Like, Kidder was just perfect. You know, you go back and watch those movies, and she's so natural and so believable. You look at the Daily Planet offices, and they're bustling, and it's like a proper a newsroom with really sort of. You know, it's like everything's bustling and there's loads of stuff going on and it's a real workplace. And then you look at the Daily Planet in the Superman Returns movie and everyone's asleep or they're all at home. You know, they're just with the odd screen on here and there, and then the odd person dotted about. There's like, where is everyone? What's people doing? Aren't you making newspapers? What's going on?
And also the stupid idea that he went off to Krypton to find out what happened to. We know what happened to his planet. He got blown up. Because what's his name told him? Because his dad told him through the crystal. So why did he fly all the way to Krypton to find out if anything had survived? It blew up. What was the point in that? So he left Earth for how many years? Came back. You know, Lois Lane had it off with someone else, or no, actually, she had it off with him, didn't she? Because the son had some powers or some nonsense like that. I was just exhausted after watching the film through frustration while I was watching it.
Hearing about it. This is why I'm sticking to the Christopher Reeve 1 and 2. That's me.
Yeah,
I've still got about an hour to watch of the long version of Superman you sent.
Oh yeah.
It's head and shoulders above Superman Brandon Roth, whatever, Returns.
So his hair's nice.
Yeah,
it's you can definitely see all. As soon as you watch it, you know all the kind of extended scenes because you think,
you do.
I've never seen this before.
And who said that?
Good.
Is it Matt?
It's still good. I don't think Matt's seen it. Have you, Matt?
I can send it to you.
I do need to see it.
I can send it to you, Matt.
Oh, I'd love that, mate. Cheers. Yeah.
No problem. I can do it for that for you.
Is there an extended Superman 2 as well?
No, there isn't. In fact, Superman 2, I remember seeing it, and first time I saw it, I thought it was okay, but now I see it and I think it's horrible. Superman 2, because you can see the different styles. You see Donna's style, and you see Richard Lester's style, and the photography is completely different in some scenes as well. So it just kind of makes me annoyed because they should have just left Donna directing the second one. It would have been 100 times better than what Lester gave us. But there you go.
Why did he get booted out again?
Because the producers didn't know what they were doing, and
that was
they had a huge ego. Yeah, they had a huge ego. So basically, they didn't give him any parameters to follow. So that's the reason why it took a whole year directing the first Superman. I think it was over a year directing the first Superman because he took his time directing it, and plus they didn't tell him what the budget was. They didn't restrict him for time. So he just directed. And that's why it looks so good. you know, and when things were going wrong, they were blaming him, and it wasn't even his fault. So, but anyway, they didn't like him. They got rid of him, you know, and that's that really.
And the rest is history.
The rest is history. Yeah, sure. But everybody knows that the first Superman, the 1978 version Superman, is far superior than any Superman that's gone before it. So, apart from the bit at the ending where he spins the world back, that's stupid. But apart from that,
Yep.
it's
Agreed.
okay.
Agreed. That aside, it was a brilliant. Yeah, no, I fully agree with that summing up there. Seconded. Therefore, it's true.
Yeah.
It's as I said. I think when the Singer version was on the horizon, I think people were genuinely
Excited,
I was genuinely excited
So was
because I
I.
thought Brandon Roth, he looks pretty good, to be fair.
Yeah, I went to the cinema with my Superman T-shirt on, expecting a sort of return to the greatness of the early ones, and I was I walked out going, "Oh, what was
the
that?
hell is
Yeah.
this?"
It's
It just
not
felt
the
so
feeling you want.
Just
when you
felt
buy
so
your ticket, is it?
flat.
Yeah, it did.
It was, and as I said, right, there was something. Look, again, I'm going to apologize for what I'm going to say. There was
Never
something very.
apologise.
No, I have to. There was something, and I don't mean this. If Problem Being was here, he might get insulted. There was something very gay about that film. So I'm serious. If you look at how small his pants was, oh god, maybe I'm going down the wrong avenue here. I'm digging myself a grave. But
I think
the
you are,
costume
mate.
itself, yeah,
Well,
the costume
as long as we accept it's not necessarily a bad thing.
yeah, I'm not
might
insulting
enjoy it, so-
anyone at all, but there was something very I don't know, just odd about his costume. His pants was it was like he was wearing swimming trunks. It was so short, you know. And
So, is that
his
kryptonite
boot-
in your pocket, or are you just pleased to see me?
his boots was short as well, and the color was slightly off. It's the same thing when Joel Schumacher did the Batman films, and he's gay. That's why we had bat nipples.
But not on Batgirl.
Do you understand?
Not on Batgirl, though.
Not on
I know what I
Batgirl, though. No.
Just
But do you
where we
understand
needed them.
where I'm going with this? Do you understand where I'm going with
You
this?
had,
It just felt
flange.
a
Super
bit
cat.
wrong. You know, it felt a bit wrong. And as I said, if I've insulted any gay people that are watching this or listening to this, I apologize. But there was something about that costume that just didn't feel right. It didn't feel manly. Oh
Right.
God, I've dug myself a
Yeah.
hole. I really have. Sorry.
I'll
sorry.
No,
dig you
no,
out, mate. We got a message. We got a message in the chat. I don't know.
I want to go,
if-
but I want to fully embrace it. I want to go super camp.
No,
Oh, General Zod,
Look.
you are awful. Clean your room.
I don't know
I
if
got
this is-
fired. Watch the news after this stream.
What? News
You
just
kidding?
in.
You're kidding? Seriously?
That's what it
Right.
says. Yeah.
Right, I've packed my iPad away, so I can't do any fact
So
checking.
he
Anyone fact check?
doesn't. He doesn't know because he's watching this stream. But you know what? I
What?
think that would work to their advantage because
They're pissing
No.
everyone off.
no more Mandalorian.
Yep.
Well, no, unless
So-
they wouldn't be able to. He wouldn't be able to do the voice either, would he? Because if he's fired, he's fired. That's it. He's gone.
No, because they don't want
No.
to do it anymore. What they want to do is Book of
sick of
Boba
it.
Fett.
Mm.
Yep.
So it's all very, very, very convenient.
But there was a story to wrap up though with the Mandalorian. That's the thing.
That's the word I was looking
What?
for. Camp. Sorry, guys, I'm going back. Camp. His costume looked camp.
No,
That's the
and
word.
to be
It's not
fair,
gay.
Camper than a row of
isn't-
tents.
Camp is not necessarily gay because hence straight acting,
I like
as
camp.
it were. So yep, camp. Well, hence all Zod.
If you could find a picture of Brandon Routh in his costume, Ian, then I'll prove the point. If you, because a lot of people's forgotten about that film, and quite rightly so.
I can't.
But
My
these are the
computer.
things I saw
Ah,
before I saw the film. Before I
I
saw the
really-
film, I saw the costume. I was like, no. Go
I
on,
want to
sorry.
see it. I want to see a Justice Camp League. Oh, hello, hello, Flash by name, Flash by name. Look at my costume, brilliant. And then Wonder Woman as a lesbian, which is always how I've seen her anyway. Brilliant. Camp League. I'm down. That's what I want.
But I don't look.
the
As I
Zack
said, I
Snyder cut.
apologize for the way I explained all that stuff, but that was the word I was looking for. Superman's
it's a good
costume
thing.
looked very camp, and when
Super
you saw
camp.
Batman, the Joel Schumacher version, there was something camp about that costume as well. Both of them, the George Clooney one and
What
what's his name?
about
You tell me
Batman.
Batman's never asked for a reach
Batman
around.
60s? That was camp.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
camp in a
super-
fun
yeah,
way, though,
exactly.
wasn't it?
mean
That was camp
not-
in a
Not
kiddie way.
sinister. Not sinister.
Not sinister, no. But I'm just saying that
This
the
is my
true spirit-
ward.
the true spirit of
Yes.
the true spirit of Superman, right, is definitely the Donner version, because his costume is right. They cast the right person. They tried to put the world, the real world around that character, and the character stood for truth, justice, and the American way.
Yeah.
That's almost perfect Superman, isn't it?
Whereas Batman and Robin, come on, Robin, slide down my pole and come into my Batcave.
That's
Are you enjoying yourself,
that's for another stream. That one.
Innocent
It
camp.
is.
That's what it was in the 60s.
See,
Mr. Brown, check your inbox on Twitter. I just put a pic in there for you.
Oh, thing is, my computer will explode.
Yes, do it.
Is it
Last
Batman?
time.
Batman in a
Hell.
gimp
Just
mask.
listen, boys. Just talk amongst yourselves.
It's going to be about an hour now. You've got for a while.
Although,
Bring it on for some time.
who was the the '60s Batman? Who was the guy who played Robin?
Burt
Burt
Ward.
Ward.
Yeah.
He was a porn
Ward,
lord
Ward.
in real life, wasn't he?
Do you know what? There's a really funny story with Burt Ward that he almost shitted himself, because when Bruce Lee was in one of the episodes who played the Green Hornet meets Batman in one of the episodes,
Yeah.
and Bruce Lee was in one of the episodes, and they had the fight sequence came around, and he was terrified of Bruce Lee. He thought Bruce Lee was going to beat the shit out of him. I thought that was hilarious when I read that. But I would be terrified too if I was coming up against Bruce Lee. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah, do you hear us, Quentin Tarantino? You history
Yeah,
faking
Burt
muppet.
Ward ran basically. He was porn studios, and he made all his money from selling porn videos.
What?
Wow. Didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. Any French maids?
I don't know, mate. You've got some
No, they're American
no.
made, I think.
American made.
Brilliant.
Wah, 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 wah.
Oh, I'll take that. That's what I'm going to call it. French made. Ooh la la.
MADE, yeah.
Yeah, very good. Because French maids don't actually have to be French.
Yes.
did they shoot Superman Returns, half of it in New Zealand? Did they?
No?
Probably.
Not psychic.
I was just wondering, because there was a lot of there's that actress who played Nikita in the version before
What,
the
La
latest
Nikita?
version, the Femme Nikita, yeah, the TV version. She played the reporter on the plane that he saves, doesn't he, in the second one? And I think she's a New Zealand actress. I'm not really sure. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm thinking about
What's
something
her
else.
name? We do need a fact checker, don't we? Fact check.
I need a new computer.
I need
Sorry,
a new
boys. Just
coffee.
carry on. Just carry on.
But I mean, Matt, what do you think of Henry Cavill Superman?
I've never liked it, to be honest.
No?
I just kind of accepted it. I'd never would have cast him personally. I think I'm just very, very hard to please, because I'm so indelibly impressed by Christopher Reeve. He will always be Superman to me.
Yeah,
And unless you get someone that can embody him as well as he did, and I don't think anyone really can, I'm not going to be sold, and I'm just going to be like, yeah, it's just someone playing Superman. It's not Superman, you know.
Yeah.
Christopher Reeve will always be Superman, and anyone else is always just going to be a guy trying to be that, and you're never ever going to achieve it.
And I'm thinking about Mega Geek's point about sometimes is it because he was the first one, but he wasn't, because I do remember growing up seeing George Reeve first.
Yeah.
So he wasn't even the first one, so it confirms he was the best one because he was the best one. So
He was the one that made the most impact, I think.
But you see, this is
like
this
Cavill.
is
Yeah,
all.
because he did Clark Kent just as well. He did he played the bumbling fool.
Oh, that was just so perfect, wasn't it? His
Yeah.
Clark Kent was, if you didn't know he was Superman, you could almost think that, you'd look at it, even though you knew he was Superman as well. You'd be looking at him going, "There's no way this guy's Superman. There's no way. There's no way. Look at him. Look at him. He's a complete idiot. He's a complete schmuck.
Those big
He
old
did it
glasses.
yeah, and he was like just really awkward and fumbling and just clumsy. And, he was so believable in everything, wasn't he? Every aspect
There you
of that
go.
character
There
is
you
so
go.
believable.
Now, tell me, does that costume look a bit campy to you? Like it belongs in the 60s, like it was going to be part of the Batman 60s?
Well,
To
now
me,
you've
it does.
said it, I can't get it out of my mind. It's just making me
Look
think
how
about
small those pants are, though. Look how small those
He's,
pants are.
He's packing. I'll
Whitey.
give him that.
He's
And
picking heat.
you see, it's not really red. It's off
Yeah.
red.
Like maroon.
It's like
Dirty-
Superman in Superman
dirty
3,
red.
isn't it? When he went
Red.
evil. That kind of
Yeah, it's that color.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and also the S on his chest is far too small.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. It just looks. it looks wrong in my opinion. I mean, look, Brandon Ralph does look the part, but I just gave him this costume, and to me, it just looks very camp. Personally, I just immediately when I saw it, I thought, why change?
Not to look at the pants. I'm trying.
That's
not
what I'm
to look at
saying.
the pants.
Is the
go,
pants
Cockney, just for
is
you,
the
man.
pants-
Oh,
Yeah,
brilliant.
mate.
It's like looking in the mirror.
That's for Cockney, that is.
But seriously though, was the pants making it that small? Was
I'll
that
have someone's eye out with
some
that.
kind of a statement?
Are you
Superman
turned on
puts
yet,
the-
Cockney?
He puts the cock into Cockney, doesn't he?
I'm just, all I can say is when I first saw that picture, I was saying, "What the hell?" In my head, I was going, "What the
Dirty
hell?"
red.
But that's just me.
Yeah, in your head,
But-
exactly.
Everybody was probably going, "That look, he looks great," and I'm like, "No, he doesn't. The costume's so it's
You know
wrong."
what it is? Someone should do a video of basically of a clip from that Superman with the audio from Seinfeld, where he's going, "Everyone thinks I'm gay." Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No,
And brilliant. I'm
See-
30, single, and neat.
I may be wrong about Brandon Ralph, but this is all the information I've been told that he's gay. So I don't know if that's true. I think So anyway, he played
is gonna
Superman
be a-
again in the TV show, didn't he?
This is going to be a controversial stream. The gay stream. Superman.
See-
Is he-
he would get away with that. There's a lot
Who?
of there was a lot of goodwill towards the actor himself,
Yes, there was. Yeah.
and it was just totally foobard, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, like
I
for
bought
instance,
into that. I bought into that.
look at the curl, right? The curl is so wrong. What they've done, right, is they've basically pulled out a curl from his hair. When if you look at the comics, the curl is naturally curled from his hair, which is naturally curled in the front. When you look at when you look at the drawings in the comic, that is so wrong. If I was the director, I'd be like, fire those makeup people, the hairdresser for me, because he's not getting it at all. You know what I mean? So when you look at even when they did actually when they did Chris Reeves, they got it slightly wrong as well. But then again, I am a geek, so
You're the mega geek.
just a geek.
Mega nerd.
Yeah, and even the cape's wrong as well. It's like it's been tucked in a t-shirt. You know, that's not the way.
It looks
it's
like
drawn.
it looks like an old compression top.
Is there anything you do like about it?
No, I don't like that costume at all. As I said,
Clearly.
He likes
who
this
decided? Who decided on those colours? It's ridiculous.
Your boyfriend.
And why have they
Easy,
made
Ian,
that pant,
easy.
why have they made that pant so small? It's you know.
Yeah, I've just noticed the S pointing down to his crotch.
Oh,
And you know what, right?
Alec.
Oh dear.
He didn't have an S on his belt in the comics, nor in the 78 version.
There you go.
either.
We've just noticed that. We've just noticed
I know,
that.
it's crazy.
Sinister.
It's-
Just start putting S's everywhere. I've like little S nipple covers, you know, S stickers on his fingernails.
Sexy.
It's on the
Hey,
S's.
I'm sexy.
S cod piece, you know. It's just where's it end? Where's it end?
I'm just saying that. Can you now see what I see when I first saw this?
Just the
you
tip,
know.
Lois.
On a serious note, Ian, that's why we get you on this channel and pay you absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Deconstruct the sexuality of all the
Yes.
superheroes.
Yes.
But I
Because-
didn't know, even then, I didn't know Bryan Singer was gay. I only learned that, years later that he was gay. So when I look back, I think, yeah, that kind of makes sense, I guess.
Personal friend of Robert Meyer Burnett.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, personal friend.
As I said, right, anything I say, I don't mean any disrespect to anyone. I'm not trying to attack anyone. What I'm talking about is the way I felt when I saw the film.
Yeah, you're
and the
spot on,
costume
mate. You don't need to.
stuff
Yeah, you're
like
spot
that.
on, mate. Yeah, you're spot on.
But whatever.
Don't
I
worry about it.
digress.
No, I think because we know you're coming from the right place these days. You can lose your job for saying beep bop boop. So don't self-censor, mate. Basically, you're coming from the right place. Say what you mean. It's all good. That's what I
That gives
reckon.
me an idea. You know what? If people want to support Gina,
Yeah, beep
all
bop
they have,
boop.
just make everybody put that in their comments and nothing else.
Yeah.
Beep bop boop.
You heard
Yeah.
it first here, guys. Beep bop boop. Every
Yeah.
tweet you do, hashtag
Period.
beep bop boop.
But boop, yeah, that's it. That we'll see how many people support her.
Or,
I mean, speaking of which,
or change your Twitter handle.
The beat
I
bop
did
boop.
that for
Sorry.
a long time. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody does it. Beat bop boop. Sorry, Cockney.
I mean, tell me R2 and 3PO aren't gay. Come on. 3PO's camp as fuck, and R2, he's a feisty little one.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, is who's the guy that plays 3PO? He's not gay in real life, is he?
Anthony Daniel. No, it's called that
He
King, darling.
hated
that
Kenny
King.
Baker, didn't he?
Well, he didn't hate him. Hate's a strong word. I think they had a disagreement at one
Didn't-
point.
Yeah, they didn't
They
get
didn't
much.
get on. No.
Oh, the police are coming. One of you's about to get nicked.
It's the
Saying beep
it's the-
bop boop.
yeah, it's the Gina police. The one. It's the Disney police.
Cancelled. You're all cancelled.
Actually, that's coming
Um,
from outside of my window. Actually,
Is it? Are they coming for you?
It's
Is
getting
that
louder.
is that Brian Singer police?
It is.
no,
that's
it's
it.
Breaking the law,
It's
breaking
normal
the
around.
law.
Buggers now.
Normal around here, actually.
Well, you
It's
live in a
normal,
war
yeah.
zone, do you?
Well, I live in
Yeah,
a council
London.
estate, and there's always police around. Yeah, sure. Where I live, anyway. So it's normal.
Tupac from the Beyond the Grave says Dean Cain has the best air. Shall we just talk about?
Dean Cain. He's great. I love
Shall we
Dean
just?
Cain.
Shall we just talk about Superman? Yeah,
For
I
3 hours.
I
Yeah, sure.
thought Dean Cain was a great Superman.
Yeah, his costume
Yeah,
sucked
yeah,
though.
that look.
He had that disco shiny Superman costume, didn't he? And it just looked really awful. And those horrible boots. You know, you think that they would go on the stance that Donna did. You think they'd look at Superman the movie and go, let's try and make it like that. No, they decided to give him a disco costume,
Richard
disco
Donner, yeah.
blue. You know, and it just looked awful. I don't understand TV at all. The costumes they have in the CW, they're all
Well,
awful.
There's a Cafe Ray
Oh, I've not
tube,
even
and then
watched
there's
any
a
of
Signal.
those.
And then, right, you got I didn't mind the costume for the Flash in the TV version, and then when you watch the movie, the Zack Snyder movie, the
Jack-
Flash
Jack-
costume,
Zack,
Is that his
Zack,
brother?
do it again.
the costume is awful. I don't know what are they thinking? Oh my god!
If
Please,
Snyder
get
didn't
somebody
write
in
up.
there that knows
I-
what they're doing.
I
Who's
think
in
if
the
there's
name?
one
Snide by
moment,
name?
yeah,
Snide by name,
we've
yeah.
said many times we need a Superman in the essence of Christopher Reeve, something with joy and hope instead of all this mean and moody shite.
What do you guys think of the Superman? They got a new show coming out called Superman and Lois, right? What do you think of the guy playing Superman? I actually think the guy playing Superman in that TV show looks evil. He doesn't have a pleasant face at all. His face is
Alright.
very sharp, and he looks very much. If he played an evil computer genius, I would be able to take that. But him as Superman, it doesn't work for me. Not for
No,
me.
I agree with
at
He
that.
all.
looks
Yeah.
bisexual and polyamorous to me.
Yeah. That's what I want these days, isn't it?
Wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. But I mean, as I said, if I can see that as a fan and Matt can see that as a fan, how comes the people making the show can't see it? That's always
Plus-
puzzled me.
Plus continuity, if I infer the clip correctly, maybe I don't, it's set in Smallville, but that's before he met Lois. So what's that all about?
Exactly. That's a different world. That's a different universe, apparently. So
Oh, here we go. Another parallel universe, just like
Yeah.
Star Trek.
Multiverse again. Yeah.
Did you like the Dean Cain, Lois and Clark Superman series?
there's
I did.
only one reason why you'd like that show.
Terry
Well,
Hatcher.
well,
I know.
That's it. That's
Oh.
it.
Boom.
Boom.
She was
Absolutely
good.
gorgeous.
Conversation
Absolutely
done.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only reason why I watched it, because it was definitely focusing on those two rather than Superman himself. But then as the show went on, it did kind of go towards Superman a lot. But when it first started, it was meant to be an 80s kind of romance,
Yeah.
and it was focused on those two, wasn't it? Clark and Lois mostly. But it wasn't a bad show. It was all right. Saturday evenings, wasn't it? Saturday,
Yeah,
Saturday
BBC One.
afternoons? Yeah.
Mr. Brown,
I just
Mr. Brown,
yeah.
I just sent you an update pic to your Twitter, a comparison image, which people might appreciate.
Oh,
Of Superman's front.
Poor Olian.
Oh,
no.
Oh.
Next week, does
Talk
Wonder
amongst
Woman
yourselves.
have camel toe?
Matt, you're doing your best to blow this stream up, aren't you?
We'll see what happens, mate.
Blow
yeah.
being the operative word.
We need a new computer, people.
You really
because
need to
I'm not
get that
working,
mic in front of your
earning
mouth.
money, blah, blah,
Cockney.
blah blah blah.
Greetings, my friends. Send us your money now. We need
Greetings.
computers and whiskey. Something, Gina Carano.
Uh,
I've got a rumor.
I will say at this moment, I'll take the computer and forget about the whiskey.
Well, I'll
priorities.
take the whiskey.
Yeah, you can have the whiskey, mate. You can have the
It
bullet
will last
bourbon,
longer, mate.
No, I've got Stans. This is vodka or nothing here. Vodka or nothing.
yeah. I'm just calling
What are you
it
doing?
up now.
What is it?
I don't know yet
Is
until
it,
it comes
is,
up.
is it Emma Stone wearing a pair of bifocals?
No, no. Right, just bear with me. You talk amongst yourselves while I download the pic. Bear with me.
Oh, how about that pop culture, eh? Woo, ha ha, etc.
Hardest game in the world, that is.
Oh, pop culture. Pop culture
40 years,
dissemination.
40 years, man and boy.
I've been
40
doing it,
years,
man
man and boy.
Is Deckard a replicant?
Yeah,
Is
hardest
he a
game in the
wanker?
world, that is. Superman,
never-
hardest game in the world, that is.
I never really watched that Dean Cain version of Superman. It just looked really
Yeah, it's
cheesy
alright.
from what I saw. I never really bothered with it.
liked
Again,
it.
I was just thinking, look, this guy looks nothing like Christopher Reeve. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna accept it. You know. And it was the '90s, and the advertising for it was atrocious. They had these it was this kind of romantic perfume commercial, all in black and white, and they had these Superman tattoos on their shoulders and stuff. And I was just watching it, cringing and going, like, "Oh God, no!" Yeah, that was how they showed it on the because it was on BBC, wasn't it?
Yep.
BBC Two, and I remember seeing the ad for it, and I just cringed, and I thought, "No, not having this, not having it," and I never watched it.
What's that?
God, Matt,
Exactly.
What was that again? Sorry.
That was Dean Cain. So forgettable, we forgot it halfway through the sentence. It's all about Dean
Yeah,
Cain,
Superman and Lois.
in the-
So
Superman
forget. He forgot what he was saying.
Superman
talk
and
about
Lois.
that.
I'm not-
memory loss.
it is true that men cannot multitask. You
Correct.
heard
they
it
can.
first.
Of course they
I
can.
was just
Not
looking
when
at
there's a
Dean
shit
Cain's-
computer involved.
I was just looking at Dean Cain's. Dean Cain's Clark Kent was nowhere near as bumbling as how he should have been. You know, he was too cool. He was too
That's
sort
right.
of suave, and I just thought, no, this isn't right.
So
Bear with me.
Chris Reeves
Rico.
costume. Look at that.
Suave.
So we got
You maximise it.
I presume
doing
it's
my
George
best.
Reeves at number 2. Do you go with Superman number 1? He'll take you out for a good time, fly around Metropolis, and take you home. Superman number 2.
It's like
Johnny,
blind
but he's
date.
an honest
Blind
guy.
date for Superman.
look how small his
Superman-
boots are. The what's his name?
You got to think about footwear. I mean, so have I.
Um,
So I'm noticing it.
no.
Chris-
But I'm just
Christopher Reeves
saying.
packing. If you look at him, he's packing. Is that boy?
Yeah, but Christopher Reeves looks right. It looks like the comic book had stepped out
Yeah,
and he's
it
become
really
real
does.
life. The George Reeves one is awful.
That's not even a good wrestling costume.
That was very
is it?
low budget, though, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, the Brandon Roth with the S above his crotch. Not on the other ones.
And actually, Henley Regatta at number 4 there, he gets a bit of a slap head, isn't he? Oh dear, a bit receding.
Bit of a
Not a
widow's
super
peak.
hairline. Exactly. Super hair, don't think so.
But yeah, I really disagree strongly with that costume. I mean, Henry's not a bad Superman personally, but
You
that
don't
is
like the
just
blue pants,
nuts.
do you?
No, I just think putting muscles on a costume when the guy's he's got muscles. What's the point of doing that? You know,
Oh, I just got a notification. According to some Overlord DVD, I know a small channel I've never heard of, Gina Carano might be back in.
No.
Fucks at Disney.
I've,
just a note, literally just on my notifications. Obviously, I
I've,
can't go into it,
Turning
so I
out like a bunch of flippity gibbets.
don't- Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, flip flopping fucks.
I think this is probably going to be the day for Lucasfilm stroke Disney.
They're going
This
to
is
stroke
where
what?
this could be where it changes. You know, with Ian, where he said today, all it needs is one star to step up. Maybe it could be be Disney that have decided enough.
They do like money,
maybe.
so
Money
they
talks.
just had a shareholders
Maybe
meeting.
this could be the
That's it.
yeah.
Oh, let's
Ooh.
scoop it. Right,
Maybe they've
who's
had
got it?
feedback from the shareholders. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
You get like, give us our
Yeah.
fucking money.
Do you remember when some of the banks would have AGMs, and then you get all the old pensioners standing at the back saying, "I'm not voting to put this bloke through on his £8 million a year and stuff like that." You know, yeah. Stranger
The
things have
nanas.
happened.
Yep, worse things happen at sea. Well, there you
Oh,
go.
I love that
Well,
Gina Carano. She's like a young Joan
Something.
Sims.
She's got
Joan Sims.
she's like a
she's got
female
lovely
Superman.
lettuce.
She's got
Right,
thighs that can crush a walnut. Well, that's
we've,
the thing, isn't it?
Just to break away from Gina for the moment, we've got some IT advice from Sklavko. Always comes through for us. There's this boy.
Serbian IT, you don't argue with it.
You should upgrade your RAM. Done.
Yeah, always.
I've done that. And maybe put a new SSD. I have, mate. I don't think it likes
Spot on.
streaming.
No, you're spot on. If you want a Mac, good luck buying a new one. Yeah, you're not allowed to upgrade Macs. You're right. Do you know what? I was only a third of the way through the sentence, and I thought you just got to buy a new one. Spot on, Sklavko. Apple don't like upgrades. You just got to buy a new one, future-proof it. And I was pointing out the problem being the highest spec Macs are not available in Apple stores. Unbelievable, but true.
I just think it's obviously the software that powers
It's the
kind of
hardware.
stream.
Now, listen, darling. You can't be
That in
never be too
combination
rich.
with
You can never be too rich,
like
too thin, or have too
streams
much
are
RAM.
CPU intensive. So there you go. Anyway, so
I've never had problems with my Mac. I mean, I've had 3 Macs in my time.
But you
Used
spec
to
'em up,
operate
right?
off. I used to operate PCs.
this is
but
a
I-
2009
yeah,
model.
I
Oh,
say,
right,
Yeah, but
well,
was,
then,
your,
yeah.
was your Mac stolen from your museum like Mr. Brown's one?
See,
No.
the problem with
Oh.
this Mac is that in about 2015, 16, 2014, I bought an iPad. So effectively, it made this computer redundant, and then I
Right.
kind of got it out again at the beginning of lockdown, and it's like, okay.
Well, like I say, it's Creative Suite or Creative Clouds. It basically, when you're pumping through Photoshop and Design Illustrator, or
I'm
whatever
using
else,
an old version of that.
that's when you need a Mac. Well, that's what you need: a new Mac, a new subscription,
Yeah,
a new everything. So, well, we better talk
We'll
about
get
Gina
there.
for another 10 minutes. Well,
we'll get there,
my
boys.
friends,
We'll get there.
we need a Mac and Cockney needs vodka. So 10 more minutes of Jarina. Turns out she's not getting fired. Hooray! Send money now, my friends. Isn't that right, Charlie?
Because that's probably its
Shut up.
exclusive, isn't it? That's probably its exclusive, saying that
Well,
she
not
didn't
anymore
get
because we
fired.
preempted him. We're exclusive. We got there first. We're online first.
But maybe he's got more. Maybe he's got more news. Maybe he's got more details.
Yeah, like she's definitely coming back. She's coming back. She's
Yeah.
coming.
Maybe this could
Yeah,
just
she's-
be the day where it all changes.
I reckon we
know.
got the scoop. We're online first. We're live now, aren't we? Gina
We
Carano's
are.
back, everyone. Put it in the
Good
hashtag.
viewers as well.
You heard it
So
here
who-
first.
So going back to Superman, which Superman do you think? What costume do you think looks the best? I know
Gina
what I
Carano.
think.
I want Gina Carano as Superman. That's if I was at Warner's, I'd be like, that's the answer to everything. Gina Carano is Superman. Supergirl, no, Superman. She's
You'll
gonna be-
believe a man that can lactate.
Oh,
Oh, you can't say man. It's a non-gender specific testicle unit.
I think that'd keep everyone happy, wouldn't it?
So we can't call him Superman anymore. Is that what you're
No,
saying?
it's fucking heteronormative binary, isn't it? He's not Superman.
You're not allowed to call him super because that's elitist.
Yeah, exactly. He's a white
super
supremacist
person, super it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just super. Quite good thing.
Extremely good it.
Yeah, extremely good. Da, 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 da.
Better than average it, yeah.
Superman.
Don't
But, you know,
quite have the same ring, does it?
No.
When Henry Cavill was in school, apparently he was fat. And they used to call him Fat Cavill
They did.
in school. Yeah, apparently.
Obviously,
Look
it's
at him
stuck
now.
head effect and stuck on his craw, didn't it? He didn't like that.
Mm.
I'll show
Look at him
you,
now.
fat you fuckers. I'm
Yeah.
Superman. They could have
Yeah,
called
he-
him Henry.
He is a
I
good
was stuck with-
Superman, though. To be fair,
But you know,
I think he's a great
the
Superman.
curse of Superman, isn't it? Because George Reeves
Yes.
put a gun to his head. Chris Reeves fell off a horse,
Yes,
and I don't know what happened to Brandon Rolfe. Oh yeah, Brandon Wolfe actually ended up in the CW. That's fate worse than death. Let's face
it
it.
is.
Yeah.
And Henry Cavill, I don't know. He's yet to fall off his horse, I guess.
Moustache
So-
issues.
That's
Your
what I like
moustache
about.
issues.
That's what I like about you, Ian. Always on the positive,
Positive.
optimistic
Positive
side of the
side.
stream. I do like that.
Fucking
You
hell.
can come on here anytime.
George Reeves looks like he's wearing red socks, doesn't he?
It looks
I've
like
just
one of
got
those
out of
things.
bed.
It looks like an outfit your
Velour.
dad wears at a fancy dress
Yeah,
party.
that's
doesn't it?
right. Yeah, it's awful.
Out one of
Oh,
those in a joke shop. You know what I mean? Ones you
Yeah.
pull out of a bag and you stretch over your shoes.
I ain't going there. That's why he
Easy.
flies. He can't go on the ground. All my feet, all my plates can't go on here. The
And
gravel,
Brandon
the gravel.
Brandon Ralph got the wrong size shoes, wrong size boots, didn't he? He's
You're
like,
too
"Is
big
this the
for your
biggest
boots,
size you got?"
Superman. You're literally too big for your boots.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ian's right though about the dirty red. Just
Ian's right,
horrible.
right.
It's horrible, isn't
indeed.
it?
Yeah,
And they went to the extreme with Henry, didn't they? Look at the colours on that.
Oh, it's terrible.
It's just rubbish, isn't it? It doesn't even stand out. I mean, Superman is meant, as I said, is meant to be truth, justice, and America. He's very different from Batman. Yet they made Superman's character like Batman. It's stupid.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
really is.
next they'll have Dayglow Neon Batman instead. Oh,
Exactly.
QE, folks, I'm going to get you criminals. Chase me.
Yes.
I'm going to get you, chase me.
Yeah, I know it's not even logical, is it? Oh, no,
That's how he catches them. No, that's how he catches them. He lures them into like they're all. And
Reverse.
you have basically Benny Hill chase going on, around the street, and then he just stops. They run into him, and he grabs them. And that's it. That's the
That's
strategy.
brilliant. Reverse psychology.
And also, right,
Get John Williams
Lois
doing
Lane in
that.
her stockings. That's what
you
I
know,
wanna
in
say.
the what is it, the 1978 version, when Superman first meets Lois,
Yeah,
and
And
she's
Benny Hill.
she's like her, you know, her tongue's on the floor, and she's like looking at him, and he's gorgeous and all that stuff, and you know, and when you look at Chris Reeves, and when you look at the way she's looking at Superman, Lois Lane's looking at Super, you can understand that and the most basic level possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you get to these other ones, like the Brandon Ralph one, it just doesn't work that way. For some reason, it just and then when you get to Henry's version, it completely doesn't work between him and who's the girl that plays Lois in that? The romance does not work at all in Man
Amy
of Steel.
Amy Adams, very nice.
Who's that bald guy in Benny Hill? He was Lex Luthor. That makes sense now.
Yeah,
Like slapping him on. Come on, Lex. Slap.
Bob Todd. Oh, it was Jackie.
No, it was the other one. No, the little guy. Yeah, something.
Jackie.
Okay.
He was always slapping him on the head, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, talking about Benny Hill. They had this sketch where the
here
little
we go.
bullet guy was on a chair, and then Benny Hill was going so. So
You're shouting.
if the sorry, am I? So if the IRA
sorry.
finds listen to this, if
exciting.
the IRA finds you, they'll kill you. And he goes, yes, they'll kill me. And then Benny Hill goes, I'm sorry, you're on the wrong chair, because he was sitting in a chair that was lit. He was meant to sit in the chair that he was in a silhouette. And then he sits in a silhouette chair, and all you hear is bang, and he's dead. That was the sketch that Benny Hill always had. Stupid sketches like that, which was so funny. I found it hilarious personally. But there you go.
You're still
Such is
laughing
life.
now. You're still laughing now.
I'm just thinking of the image. That's all.
42 years later, Mega Geek still laughing.
Still laughing at Benny Hill. Yeah.
Sticks in the mind. Well, that one where he's was it scratching that lady's back? Or shall I do your shoulders lower? Shall I do your shoulders?
And as we
He had
know,
to be there.
Benny Hill was kind of shunned after a while
He
from
was,
the
poor
UK,
fella.
and then he went to the States and
They loved
found a new renaissance. Yes,
Mm.
And one of the Hills Angels became Daphne on Fraser.
I wonder where I've
There's
seen her
Violence on that
before.
one. There you go. Didn't recognise her with the clothes on, did you?
Ah, too busy looking at
Cruel Beer Benny Hill classic. Yeah,
There you
agreed.
go. Innocent fun.
And they fired him as well, didn't they? ITV, they fired him over the
Yeah.
phone. They didn't have the decency to call him in the office, just called him a
After all those years.
Yeah. Crazy, right?
Took
Oh,
me
never
20,
mind.
20 years to realise that Hills Angels was just a silly pun. I like Hills Angels. Anyway,
Poor old Benny.
So,
poor
yeah,
Benny. What
so-
happened to Benny? I presume
Looking
he's
at
brown
the,
bread now, but anyway.
he is. Getting back to
Mm.
the Superman, if you look at the Brandon Roth, it seems to be all chest and crotch.
Yeah.
All mouth and no trousers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas,
you're all chest and crotch, you are. Oh god.
you are. Whereas Christopher
awful.
Reeve, he just
The right
Yeah.
size pants. Basically, George Reeves has got his big shorts on, and then number 3's got his little tiny white swimming trunks, hasn't he? And number 4, it's Struth. He's got no pants on at all. Oh, Kevin, get your pants on, mate. I have got them on. Oh, fucking hell.
He's in a onesie. That's what Superman is.
the
He's definitely a onesie. Yeah.
is it George Reeves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was 50s, wasn't it?
All of them.
40s, 50s, was it? I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
it was.
obviously didn't have gyms in the 50s.
He didn't have one, did he?
Oh, then you
Superman
look
with a
at
cuckoo.
Christopher Reeve, nice taper. Obviously, he's gone to the gym, done a few squats.
He's just the pose is spot on. He's just the
Yeah.
arms at the right angle.
They're all
He is-
venting their armpits, aren't they? Apart from Hat Cavill.
yeah.
Looking at you
Yeah.
straight in the eye as well,
Why is Cavill just walking
breaking
through
that
an
fourth
office?
wall.
That's Superman. He's very strong, isn't he?
Yeah,
I'll break all the walls.
which coincidentally, you know when he breaks the fourth wall right at the end of Superman,
Does he?
when he looks-
Yes, when he blinks, winks
When
at
he-
the screen.
and he smiles.
Yeah, he
Brilliant.
smiles. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Brilliant.
love that. I thought it was great.
Brilliant. I don't think any. It's just
It's a tricky
nice
business,
moment.
but if you get
Brandon
away
Ralph
with it,
copied that, didn't they? In the
Oh, did
singer
they?
version. Yeah, they did that with Brandon Ralph, didn't they?
well, it just shows how memorable that was. I didn't even know. Didn't even
Yeah.
know. Yeah, as I said, the Brandon Roth pose. You're probably right, Ian, about the sinister kind of. Yeah,
What his costume? Brandon Ralph's
Yeah.
costume.
yeah.
As I
it's-
said, it's one of those things where you in your head you know what's wrong, but you're scared to say it because
Yeah.
you might be called an istinophobe and all that stuff. But I accidentally said it on this live stream, so I can't take it back now.
that's my channel gone
undo
down.
Yeah.
Listen, we're so small, nobody will notice.
gone down like Superman.
Yeah, I just seriously, even though Chris Reeves looks slightly skinny there, he still looked every bit the Superman that I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
reading
Yeah.
in the comics.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, what's his name? Henry is buffed up to the nines there. You know what I
too
mean?
buff.
Yeah,
Yeah. I do like Henry as Superman, though. I think
he is a
makes-
great He's a great Superman.
He's a great
Yeah.
actor because he's a nerd in real life, isn't he? He's one of us.
He is.
He's actually a mega geek.
Yeah.
He plays Warhammer, I believe, or something like that.
Sledgehammer.
So,
Builds his own
Sledgehammer.
PC. He builds his own PCs. Talk him up enough, Mr. Brown. He'll probably put them together for you and bring it around, fly it over.
Would he sign it with? Yeah, he could sign it as well. We could auction it.
Because
off.
you I don't know if you because I got Man of Steel on DVD and I was watching the making of, and
Yeah.
all these people were going, yeah, we thought the pants wouldn't work today in today's society, so we decided to do
Yeah, I
this
remember
with him.
that.
I'm like, what the hell are you guys talking about? You're giving him a onesie now. Was he going to bed or something? And why have you given him muscles on his costume when you built up Henry to
Yeah.
have loads of muscles? There is no what you know. You just sitting there. I'm just sitting there going, why did they do this? Why? Makes no sense. And they're
Why do you
talking
think-
like it makes sense, you know, on the making of. Everyone's talking like it makes sense, and it makes no sense. Anyway, whatever.
As a film, how did you feel about Man of Steel? I recently revisited it.
I did as well, and I still think it's awful.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it myself. I like the fight between him and the other superpowered aliens towards
Yeah.
the end.
Yeah.
But again, if he was Superman, he wouldn't put
Anyone in
built up
danger.
structures and people in danger. That's right. He wouldn't create destruction like that. And then, of course, there's the neck snap scenario, which we just would never do. It's like,
Yeah.
but you get people arguing for it, saying, yeah, but those people would have died if he hadn't done it. Well, like, no. What was stopping him just putting his hand in front of his eyes?
That's right. That's right. And what was stopping him from actually flying him out of that room, because his eyes, the laser was just moving slightly towards them.
Yep.
He could have just flew and
Yep.
taken him out. And also he could have flew away or made Zod follow him, so he's away from the populace. But he didn't do that because they wanted destruction. They had so much action in
Yeah.
the film so that you could just forget about how dumb the story is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
I
very dumb.
When
Yeah.
I had very high expectations, I was pumped to go watch it at the cinema.
Mm.
And when your expectations are not met,
Mhm.
Yep.
I thought the Krypton scenes at the beginning was some of the worst acting I've ever seen in a film. Unless if I was kind of missing something, I just thought it was awful.
But the designs as well look like shit. I mean, seriously, look like turds they stuck on the wall or something like that. It just really just look awful. And then flying on a dragon. What's that? What were we? Harry Potter or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Superman.
You know?
I
Yeah, I
love
just
the
thought it was
original. The way that
awful,
Krypton
awful.
looked in the original movies was just
Yeah.
was amazing. It looked alien, but it also looked incredibly kind of futuristic and very sort of very clean and like, wow, what is this place? You know, you see it, you kind of in wonder, aren't you? And it's all very, also not particularly over budget, whereas the one in Man of Steel was just so full on CG. It must have cost a fortune in
Yeah.
graphics alone, and they could have just gone for that sort of sparse alien landscape look, which was so evocative in the original films. And it was, they just went too over stylized.
Overkill, yeah.
I mean, even went as far as
Overkill
to
in 1
have
hour.
the
On 1 hour.
costumes made so that when the light reflected on their costumes,
Brilliant.
it gave out a glow like it was heaven or something like that. This is the highest humanity.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at. Yeah, that's right.
That was the whole point of Krypton, that Krypton was well beyond Earth. And that's why I think it was Jeffrey Arnsworth that designed, that had the production design of Krypton. That's why it looked like that. But then when you look at the Henry Cavill's version, it just looked awful. Brown. They picked the color brown.
Yeah, it looked like something from a very muted version of Avatar, didn't it?
I thought you was talking to me then.
Oh, no, but it's mostly
Brown.
the color mostly was brown, and in the suit Christopher Reeve's version, the color was white. It was like heaven. It was like, you know,
Yeah, it was ethereal, wasn't it?
angel. Stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I love the symbols on all the council as well.
That's
The symbols
right,
on
yeah.
the chest.
Yes,
Yeah,
genius.
the
That was
silver
ridiculous.
suits with the black symbols were
Oh,
fantastic.
so good. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was a really clever idea. That was.
Mm.
I always wanted
Well,
a white Superman shirt with the black symbol because I think I'm
Yeah.
old enough now to have one.
You have to grow your
you-
hair out.
You can't get them though. Oh, I've not seen any recently. I
make your own.
Yeah, you could. Yes.
And no matter what anyone said, Marlon Brando,
Brilliant.
he really looked like Superman's dad. I mean,
Yeah.
he had square jaw, he had the same hairstyle with the
Bless
little
you.
girl
COVID.
That was
and
good
everything.
casting.
You know what I mean? So he really did look the part. And it was, I guess he was worth the money. He was $1 million. He got paid $1 million, didn't he?
Yeah, he couldn't even bother
That's
learning
where
his
most.
lines. He
Yeah.
read them off a board, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've noticed on
Maybe
on the extended version, there's more dialogue between
Yes,
him.
there is.
I thought yes.
Him and his
Yeah.
wife. Yep.
Yeah.
Susanna, I can't remember her name.
York.
York.
Yeah.
York.
And there's
Said the
more.
Yorkshire.
There's more dialogue when he's in the Palace of Solitude.
Yep.
Is it?
Yep. There's, yep.
Fortress,
Fortress of Solitude.
Yep,
Yeah,
there
that's
is.
it.
The Palace.
Did
And
they
there's-
reuse that
That's what I
for
call
the
my place.
Brian Singer's version?
Yeah, they reused some of the Marlon Brando shots, the
Yeah.
shots that they use,
And the
in
taken
the
out
original
stuff.
film. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's very imaginative, especially when Clark Kent meets his dad for the first time in the Fortress of Solitude, and he's saying, "Who am I?" And then Marlon Brando explains who he is, and then instead of going 5 years later or some nonsense with a caption, they basically did this thing where the stars were flying in suddenly you're in space and the stars are flying in the
Yeah.
sky and you hear his voice and it's telling you that time is passing, and then his face turns into a mask and then it flips and then you see Christopher Reeve's first time in his costume and he flies across the screen. I mean, come on, that's art. That is filmmaking at its best. You know what I mean? A shortcut to tell you exactly what's going on.
Did he stay in the palace for? Because he went in a young man, didn't he? And then he came
Yeah,
out.
he did. Came out.
So did he stay in there for the years while he was learning?
Yes, that's
Right.
what it's suggesting. Because
Yeah,
when he,
I thought so. Yeah.
so basically he is Christopher Reeves when he has the costume on and he flies across the screen. He's learned so much within those years. So
Yeah.
that's
Blimey!
yeah.
So when he threw that green crystal into the ice and it sprouted the Fortress of Solitude, then just from that one little crystal, it kind of it created this entire habitat for him to live in.
Yeah.
And
So
learn.
he's got,
and
so that
learn.
means he's got a lovely
the
crystal
builders use-
bathroom, the crystal toilet,
That's right.
Crystal
probably
Maze.
lots of
No
yellow
toilet
snow
paper.
in there
No
somewhere.
toilet paper though.
Yeah,
No.
but he had the snow.
Tell you
Yellow
what,
snow, yeah.
the builders' unions were not happy though, putting them out of business. Imagine that one crystal getting a house. Oh, can't have that, mate. Carpentry union, not happy.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, it's obviously
Would the water freeze?
well. Look, it must be
Well, it was liquid
Kryptonian
freezing.
technology.
It'd be weird if it wouldn't. That's why he had the heat vision, isn't it?
Damn you, turd! Flush, flush.
Super turd. He's a floater. Oh,
It smashed the
I
toilet.
bet the system was backed up, wasn't it? Oh god, you have to
Yeah.
get the plumbers in to sort that out.
Yeah, he just sorted
exactly.
it out
Never
himself,
leave that
didn't he?
toilet without supervision. Supervision.
Matt, you've got a
Supervision.
treat with the extended version. It's so I've not watched Superman for a long time, and
It's 3 hours long.
it's
Nice.
just so. It's just like an old friend. It's really good.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy
I've just paid
Yeah.
iTunes for the semi-extended version, thinking that was extended. So I'm going to suddenly watch that now that I paid for it, and then I'm going to watch the super extended version. So I'll be watching the differences between the three versions. God, we've got
So,
a lot
you
to
know,
get out of Superman.
There's a
isn't
couple.
it?
There's a couple of interesting bits in that.
We-
Like, for
everybody loves
instance,
Superman.
when Clark Kent saves Lois Lane catching the bullet when they get mugged.
Yeah,
You know, in the
Yeah, I
original
just- yeah.
version, that Lois he guesses what's in Lois's purse, and
Yes.
he says, "Oh, wild guess," and he walks off, and he says, "Taxi," and that's where it ends in the original version. But in this version, he says, "Taxi." They walk to the road and they see the taxi, and they get in, and as the taxi drives off, we see Otis pass the taxi, and we
Oh,
follow
yeah.
Otis
oh yes, through
all
the
the way
streets.
through the streets.
Ooh.
You know, and then we see more of Otis. That's what I'm saying. Those things are not necessarily need to be in there, but it was for the TV version when they showed it in TV, 3 hours long. So all those scenes that were cut out is in this version, which I find fascinating.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely
amazing. I've got to see
fascinating,
this. Yeah, 'cause it's been so long since I've seen it, so it will be really nostalgic for me. I think watching it again.
Yeah,
I
is fascinating.
I liked all the new Brando stuff. To be fair,
yeah.
Brando, it was Brando new.
Oh,
wah, 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 wah.
I just can't help myself.
You can't, can you?
You can
There's a
help
pun,
yourself,
I'll
but
have
you
it.
don't want to.
I've got no pun impulse control. There's a pun, I'll have it. I'm fantastic.
It's
I'm the
over
Punisher.
oh,
there. I'm trying to find out where you are, Matt, on Twitter. Where are you?
He's got 2 accounts now. He's royalty.
What? What's the
He
best
has, I've
account to
noticed
put you on? What's the best account to send you this link, mate?
it's the one with the 3 logos on it. Can you see it?
The one with the 3 logos.
Yeah,
He's got my A on it. My A on it.
Greedy, isn't it? 2 accounts, 3 logos, 15 names. What do you
The
like?
one with the 3 logos. What's it called? What's the account called?
it's just Demon Size Synthwave. Or
Oh,
Demon Size
Demon
Synth. Yeah.
Okay, I'll find it. Don't worry.
I will say,
There
getting
it is.
back to Man of Steel, I didn't like as I said, I didn't like the On the Planet stuff. I just thought the acting was abysmal.
Mhm.
Then when he got to Earth, and then he did all the kind of backstory of him growing up, and I wanted to see more of that.
Yeah,
I,
yes, so did
I liked that.
Yeah, and I hated the bit where his dad tells him not to save him when that tornado
Yeah.
thing was coming. It's like, that's so stupid. You wouldn't even listen to your dad. You'll just
Yeah.
save him.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course you
man.
would. Yeah.
and
That's so crap. I tried to make him look young as well, and it was so
Yeah.
bad. No, he doesn't.
yeah, I liked all the backstory because it kind of almost. I thought it had a little bit of heart in it. and
Yeah,
I
it did a
liked
bit.
it. Yeah. I couldn't stand the building smashing because I've seen so many films with like Transformers and
Mm.
just seeing buildings being smashed. Just nah.
And also, the Justice League didn't make any sense either because when they were fighting, it was kind of going towards nighttime, and then when we see Bruce Wayne in the Justice League thing, and he's driving, or no, Batman versus Superman, he's driving towards the buildings. It's daytime, so it doesn't really match up for some reason. I don't know why. And why? And I still to this day I don't understand why Bruce Wayne hated Superman, and saying to
Martha!
well, no,
Mother!
he basically, before that happened, he was saying to Alfred, he was saying, if there's one inch that we don't think that this guy is on our side, we should eliminate him. And it's like, well, Batman doesn't think that way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, contrivance, basically. The word is contrivance. They just wanted that in the plot. And didn't care whether
Did
it
you
was,
like? I
realistic.
take it you didn't like Batman v Superman or Superman v
I
Batman?
hated it. I hated it with
No.
a passion because it didn't
I've
make any
never
sense.
been-
Did you
less
watch the long
interested in a
version or the
film.
normal version?
I watched both versions,
Fuck all.
and both versions, but the long version's slightly better, but only
Yeah, I
by a
agree
little
with that.
bit. Only by a little bit. There's things in there that should have sorted out before they even, turned the reel, which is basically sort out the problem between Clark Kent and Superman. Everyone can see that he's Superman when he's Clark Kent. You've got to figure out that problem now.
Yeah.
You can't go forward with a Superman film and expect everybody to accept that, because I didn't. I thought it'd be clever about that. Do a Captain America, make him look skinny or something.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They didn't do anything with that. Also, Superman stops Batman before the whole thing happens, and he lets him go. Why does he let him go? Why didn't he just fly him to jail? Demask him? It made no sense. None of it made any sense.
Matt,
So,
have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it, mate. I just, again, I was it was on off on a bad foot with me to begin with, because everything was just so grimdark.
Yeah.
And I knew that was the direction they were going to go. They're just trying to make everything edgy and mean and with attitude. And I just thought, sorry, but that's not Superman. You need, if you're going to have Superman and Batman in the same thing together, you've got to have Batman sort of like optimistic light side of things, and then you've got to have Batman who's the very noir and moody kind of side.
Yeah.
And that's what makes them so great and individual. You can't just merge them, and it turns into one homogenous mess. And if you've seen the Cinema Sins and the
Counters, yeah.
how it should have ended, all those kind of critical videos on them, you just realize how bad it is and how many plot holes there are and how much of it doesn't make sense.
Yep.
I mean, cinematography, I suppose it looks nice, but that's nothing without a decent story behind it. And I just don't think there was anything there really to speak of. I watched the extended version. And I thought it was kind of just meh, and I never wanted to see it again. And
I think that's the only version I've watched.
Yeah, it certainly never gave me the buzz that I got from watching Tim Burton's Batman movies and the original Donner Superman movies. Not at all.
And also, why did I assume that Superman, right, is dumb as fuck, right? If you were Superman in this world, because this is what Zach was trying to say, this is probably how we would treat Superman if he was real in this world. No, because Superman isn't stupid. Superman would take care in anything that he does, because he knows now that everybody's got smartphones and there's cameras everywhere and stuff like. He won't be as careless as he was in that film at all.
Was Lex Luthor in that one? Because I can't remember.
Yeah, he was. He blackmailed Superman to fight Batman. Said that his mum and all that rubbish. It was all
what's
rubbish.
the name of the guy who Jesse? What's his name?
Jesse
Stupid
Annoying.
Man. Yeah, exactly. Jesse Annoying to Weisenberg or something.
Jesse
And why
Annoying
would Batman brand you with a bat sign? It's so stupid.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, and there was no Perry White was race swapped, and also there was no Jimmy Olsen.
Wow, Jimmy Olsen got shot, didn't he? Got killed in the first sequence.
Oh, that was crap, wasn't it? That was crap.
It's like Jimmy Olsen. That's Jimmy Olsen. He got killed. Oh, okay. Well, let's just move on, shall we? Do you know what I mean? It was just ridiculous.
I didn't even notice.
That was
the
report in the beginning when Lois Lane was in Iraq or someplace like that, and that was Jimmy Olsen that got shot, and the whole stupid dream sequence with the flying monsters and made no sense at all, absolutely none whatsoever. So it's just the whole thing was just a mess, a complete and utter mess.
Wasn't that to do with Justice League though? Those flying.
Who cares? You can't put something like that in there, right?
And
without
not explain
any explanation. You can't, and that's what he did. So you're like, well, what was that all about? Flash coming out going, "Don't do it, Bruce!" Blah blah blah. And he wakes up and like, what the hell's that all about?
Cockney, have you seen it?
No, and I'll tell you what, two specific reasons. One, I'm not remotely interested in a film where a hero is the villain. I mean, what next? Star Wars, Han versus Luke. Boring. I want my villains to be villains. I like complex villains. So
at least they meet on screen.
Yeah, so, nice. But yeah, so not remotely interested. And if you are going to have the opportunity again. Each other, but literally the most powerful person in the DC universe with the least power, a superhero with no superpowers. I mean, it's just, so doubly not interested. And then, as Swap Shop said, the whole dark versus dark, they took away the contrast. So 3 reasons why I could not have been less interested and had more double negatives in one sentence for a reason why I was definitely not going to not see it.
But let's look at this very carefully, right? Let's look at the things they should have done. Okay, first of all, they got
Villain.
Lex Luthor completely wrong. Okay, right? So they
Smart ass.
decided to go for this young fella to play Lex Luthor, which slaps the face of exactly what the DC Comics did, because the DC Comics did make Lex Luthor grow up. He made him a really intelligent villain. He didn't have to, because if you look at the 70s costume, he was wearing a costume, he's battling Superman, fist by fist and all that. But as the comics grew up, they realized that Lex Luthor was intelligent, so he used his brain to try and outwit Superman.
Mhm.
Therefore, he became the president, I think, of America at one point in the comics. So taking that, they should have taken that idea and cast
God, he's
the
good.
guy that was cast. What's his name? The guy that was in
Jeff
Breaking Bad.
Bezos.
Breaking Bad. Who's the guy in Breaking Bad?
Brian.
Singer? Oh no.
Yeah,
Cranston. Brian
right.
Cranston Pickle.
Yeah. So they
Cranston,
should have
yeah.
cast Bryan Cranston as Lex Luthor, and Lex Luthor should have been
Good call.
intelligent.
Good
Yeah,
call.
he should have been really intelligent. Should have been putting his brain so he can manipulate Superman to do his bidding. That's what Lex Luthor should have been. He should have been that kind of a villain instead of
Instead of a
you know,
yoink.
going mad and the guy going tick 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 and all that rubbish at the ending. Is you can hear the bells, blah blah blah. Oh, shut up! You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Pit.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what it should. Even Smallville did Lex Luthor better than this film, and that's saying a lot. Let's face it, right?
Wow.
And then it's Clark Kent. You got to sort the problem out for Clark Kent. How people
Clark
cannot
Kent.
see. Yeah, how people cannot see Clark
Easy.
Kent as Superman, right? They need to sort that out, don't they?
What did you call me? Oh, Kent. Sorry.
Cunt. Clark Kent.
But they didn't do that, though, did they?
Lowest
They just-
speeding lane.
Lois Lane. I would never. have cast
Lowest
her as
bus
Lois
lane.
Bus
Yeah.
line.
Bus
Back of
lane
the bus
only.
lane.
I would never have cast her as Lois Lane, personally.
No way.
She is cute though, to be fair.
Yeah.
That's what I think as well.
Yeah.
No Margot Kidder. She's no Margot.
Who would you have
Robbie.
cast as
It's,
Lois
it's
Lane?
of a
Matt?
different time.
Margot Robbie. Keep the Margos in.
I don't know. I would have tried. Look,
Oh,
if it was
yes.
down to me, I would have tried to cast the movie as closely as the Bruce Timm cartoon, and the Justice League in the original Bruce Timm Superman cartoon from the 90s. And I would have tried to make it stylistically like that as well, and even had it make it almost like that Batman-y kind of pseudo 50s Art Deco kind of look.
Yeah, that's a
And-
good idea.
And I would have the makeup and the casting, right down to the very, very casting people who are cast for the roles. It would have all been. I would have tried to make everything look like a Bruce Timm drawing, because that his style works so well.
Who is Bruce Timm for the
He's
folks?
the guy. He's the guy that made the guy that designed the looks of, and the production design for the characters for the Batman animated series, which then
Right.
became when that finished. Then they brought out the Superman animated series, and then they did Justice League Unlimited. Incredible visual style. It works so well for those cartoons, and I would have tried to go for that approach. And whoever I would have cast to play Lois probably would have been an unknown, because I don't think there's that many celebrities out there that have the look of a Bruce Timm illustration. So it would have been to begin with a visual thing, and then I would have brought them in for an interview and done the
Right.
cast based on their acting skills after that. So I would have gone for the visual side of it first, try and get the visual down. But if you can combine that look with someone with the personality and snappiness of, like, say, Margot Kidder, perfect.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. I mean, I love the style of the animated cartoons, and it was for Superman. Even though the style was very was almost similar to the Batman animated series, it was bright and it was colorful for Superman, the animated series, and Batman, it was very much, dark. So that's what they should have done. When we were in Metropolis, it looked very different to when we were in Gotham, but they didn't do that, did they?
No, not at all.
No, not at all. Because they weren't thinking. They were just, because they could do it, they did it, but they didn't ask themselves whether they should have done it, because Superman is not the dark side.
Can we get that Mark
comics.
Chalice chat back up?
Yeah, just bear with me.
So I
Your
think
mate.
Quite a valid point there.
What's that?
Betts was doing the branding because he was Psycho Betts, like in Dark Knight Returns, which is where the idea came from. He was
Mm.
old and water. See, what they should have done, in my opinion, is just adapted Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah,
Well,
pretty much.
basically, what they should have done is they should have had separate movies. So basically, they should have three movies before they came to the Justice League, and Batman should have had 3 movies before we came to Justice League, in my opinion, or 2 movies. And so we could know the
building
character,
up.
we know where they're coming from. And then when they did do Batman and Superman versus Superman, we'd know where they were coming from, and maybe the story would have been better.
I just don't want to see 2 heroes fighting each other. Don't do it again, Warner. I'm warning you now. I'm
So
warning
are we
you, Warners.
kind of
I'm spent. I'm super
are we-
spent. Ugh.
yeah? Are we agreed that Batman
We
v
got-
Superman was?
It was
Shite.
rubbish. There's
Mm.
one
Not
word
seen it.
to
Hated it.
describe that film. It was rubbish.
Wasted.
The only good thing about it was when Batman saved Superman's mother. That was a great scene. But apart from that, rest of it's all
And
complete
Wonder
nonsense.
Woman was in it.
On
I think I just
120.
see. I like to see a 10
Oh,
minute
yeah.
version with just the Wonder Woman bits.
Yeah,
Gal Gadot, brilliant as usual.
Wonder Woman's
Gadot, Gal Gadot.
Gadot, actually. Gadot.
Oh, correction on the correction. Gadot, is that right?
That's
Mhm.
why we get him on this channel.
We want to get our facts right. I don't care about spelling, but pronunciation, that's key.
You know, you know
language
what?
is oral first.
Matt, your knowledge is fantastic, mate. I am seriously impressed.
He likes
just-
to dote
I'm-
his eyes and cross his T's.
I'm just, I'm just lucky
Brilliant.
that I'm just lucky
Brilliant,
that all the trivia
brilliant.
that's come up that I know. All the rest of it, I'm just lucky. That's all. The rest of it, I haven't got a clue about.
You can
Yeah.
come on here anytime, mate.
Well, hey,
So, as I said, the film bit.
we've not even talked
Yeah.
about the other
So-
thing. This is all
We
about.
haven't
We've got the Justice League. In fact, what a shit poster! It says Justice League. It's just got Superman.
Yeah.
Who's
So,
in charge of the fucking images? Is there another
yeah.
one for the Flash and the Wonder
So,
Woman and the Batman?
What was the next film? It was the Justice League, the shit
Injust-
version, wasn't it?
In Justice League,
Yes.
No, but look, you can't say that because it wasn't a very good film. But we
it
don't
wasn't
know
official.
compare
Wasn't
it to.
officially
compared
called
to
the
this
shit
one, yeah.
version.
Yeah,
this one might be even worse. You never
It
know.
might be worse. Yeah, 4 hours of shit.
Yeah,
because
you never
as
know.
we know, it all changed because of a personal tragedy with Zack Snyder, wasn't it? Was it his daughter?
I don't know.
I
think
don't
so.
want to dwell on it.
I think
Family
his
tragedy,
I
basically.
think his daughter committed suicide,
I think that was it. Yeah.
which was awful.
Oh,
Yeah.
you've really cheered me up. This is what I need in my bipolar phase. Oh, I was feeling up, but now
Tripolar, mate.
exactly.
Thing is, though,
I will.
everybody's saying, there's a lot of things going on about Joss Whedon and how he was and stuff like that. But it's the same thing with JJ and Joss Whedon. Joss Whedon was thrown in a deep end, and he was expected to save or polish a turd. A turd's a turd.
Yeah.
No matter if you polish it, it's still a turd. And
It
he
is.
was putting. Yeah, obviously they gave him a huge pay packet. That's why he took it, because there's no
That's the
way
polishing money.
if they weren't giving you a huge pay, you would take this. So, and the same thing with JJ, I guess, with the last Star Wars film, it was a turd, and you couldn't polish that turd, and now he was chucked in there, and he's like, well, what can I do with this?
That was a
and he couldn't do
thankless task,
anything.
wasn't it? The
Yeah,
third
it
one.
was, but
No
he
one,
was
even we couldn't have
compensated.
saved it.
yeah, he was
handsomely.
compensated very well, and so was Whedon. So they're laughing all the way to the bank. I guess they don't care what people say about them or the film.
So-
they
Just
made.
as well.
What
Yeah.
do you think was wrong then with Justice League? Which kind of what irked you the most?
It's just the whole movie. None of it made look. Look, you they cut loads of things out of it, like the background of Cyborg.
Yeah,
And
running
look,
time.
Cyborg should have even been in it. Look, if the Justice League should have been
Yeah.
Batman, it should have been Batman,
Green Lantern.
Superman, Green Lantern,
Wonder
Wonder
Woman.
Woman, right? And maybe someone else. That's it. Should not have had Aquaman in it because hardly anybody knows Aquaman
Yeah,
unless you're a real
Aquasplash.
comic. Yeah, and it shouldn't have had Cyborg in it because hardly anybody knows Cyborg. Those two characters should not have been in this film at all.
yeah.
So it should have been Flash, Green Lantern, Superman, and Batman. But before we got to Justice League, there should have been movies of the Flash, Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman before we got to
Yes.
the Justice League.
Oh,
And they didn't do
Cruel
that.
Bireb, you are in for a treat, my friend. Oh,
Yeah, you
Oh
don't want to be
dear.
watching that film, mate.
Oh dear, dear, dear. No
Avoid.
way.
Avoid.
crack open your favourite substance of choice, put your feet up, and get ready to weep for 2.5 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah,
weeping. I was
not
just
good.
bitching at the TV.
you
So
you
bad.
didn't see it in the cinema then, Matt?
Christ, no.
I went to the cinema to see Justice League.
Oh, Justice League. Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Thought you were going to say.
I
Rise of
went to
Bollocks.
see, I went to see that on IMAX. What a waste of money that was.
It was, and also it is like, yeah, who's the guy again? The villain in that? It was like a cheap version of Thanos, wasn't he? It was just awful.
Oh, Dark Side. Dark Side.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Steppenwolf. Yeah.
Oh, is
Yeah.
it? One of those.
Step
I
in
thought
time,
Darkseid and Thanos-
Steppenwolf.
I thought in
With
the
the
comics,
dodgy
Darkseid-
CGI.
In the comics, weren't Darkseid and Thanos one was a copy of the other because they got
Yeah.
history Marvel and DC of having
Yeah,
comparable,
think-
like Namor is Aquaman.
yeah. I think Darkseid was before Thanos. I think I'm not sure.
so.
on that
Darkseid was
one.
first. Yeah, I think you're
think
right,
so.
actually.
I'm not
So it was
sure.
a copy. So so Steppenwolf was a copy of a copy of a copy.
Yep, exactly.
Do you think
Generic
people
villain.
will remember Justice League for Cavill's
Moustache.
Moustache.
Yeah,
Probably.
that's what I remember. Yep, Moustache League.
God, that was awful.
But
Tom
I
Cruise,
don't know.
it's your fault. mate.
Oh,
Scheduling
Look, you
great
know
films,
what, right?
bad CGI.
What they should have done is they should have had Justice League come up against Steppenwolf. Steppenwolf beats the crap out of all of them. Then you have the middle section of the film where they all gather again, and then they beat the crap out of him. Satisfying.
Job
That's
done.
it.
Screenwriting 101.
Yes, I'm saying 101. It's screenwriting 101. You have free structure, or
structure.
5 structure act where things happen in it. But they
A
didn't do that, did
five-structure
they?
act?
Yeah, yes,
Get
there's
your
3 and then
structures
there's
correct.
5. Yeah, there's 3 and then there's
Oh,
5. Now there's
can't even
5
go
now,
4.
apparently.
Oh,
So-
that's
God, he's
going
good.
too far.
But do you
I'm
know what
going
I'm saying?
6.
They should have done that, shouldn't they? But they didn't do that. They didn't do that at all.
I've got a new idea for a show, Ian. You can
Oh god, there we go.
host it,
Here it
and
goes.
it's called "This Is What They Should Have Done" with the Mega Nerd.
No. That I'd get attacked left, right, and centre. You're an idiot. That stuff. I don't know. But as I said, that's what they should have done. Wonder Woman should have got an ass handed on the plate. Same thing with Batman. Same thing with the rest of them. Yeah, and
Yeah.
doom and gloom, and then the heroes.
Doom and gloom.
Gloom block.
That's the way it goes, isn't it?
Hey, my friend.
Matt, you weren't impressed then, no?
No, mate. I never wanted to watch it again after that initial viewing.
I think I've only seen it once.
It was kind of averagely diverted. I mean, I never saw Justice League, the original Justice League. Batman, Superman. I watched. The Justice League came out, and I just went, nah, no, definitely not. I'm not even going to bother.
The humour didn't even work at all,
No, it
really.
It didn't.
It just felt like it was been shoehorned.
Nothing
wasn't it
better
meant
than
to be
humour that
Batman?
doesn't work.
Batman a lot older because he had a bit of grey in his hair, didn't he? Batman. So he was meant to be the Dark Knight Batman. He was meant to
Yeah.
be, but suddenly his grey disappeared. I think halfway through the movie.
Continuity.
I do like Ben Affleck as Batman.
yeah, he's
though.
good. Yeah, he's good.
He's a
Do
good Batman.
you? Gobble,
And
gobble.
all the fans didn't want it originally, did it?
Originally,
didn't they?
no.
No, I
And
still
then,
can't see him as Batman myself. I still can't do
Yeah,
it.
me neither.
Really?
No,
No.
no, no.
And what about
Sorry, Ben.
Alfred? The guy who played Alfred. I'm like,
It was
this
my
is
Jeremy-
Jeremy, and then he-
Jeremy Irons?
Oh,
yeah,
no, I
Jeremy
never bought that.
Irons.
No, I never bought that casting either.
I never brought that either. I just thought this is
Jeremy
ridiculous.
Irons and Alfred does the shirts.
Alfred. Actually, I didn't buy Michael Caine as Alfred either, but he was
I didn't
enjoyable.
either.
He was enjoyable though. You know,
At that
he-
point,
he
it was
made
just
that
Michael
work.
Caine, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, it was just Michael Caine looking after
Playing
Batman.
playing Michael Caine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
they just
opposite
need-
of his start in Zulu.
They need
He
to
went from
cast someone who
acting to
looked.
not acting.
The guy in the cartoon, the guy in the Batman cartoon, was exactly how Alfred should be. Who was very much like the Alfred in the original '60s TV show.
Yeah.
That's the look
Yeah.
they should go for.
Yeah, well, Michael Caine does look a bit like him, I guess. But
He needs a tash and he needs to be bald,
yeah,
Might know.
yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alfred.
quite wiry.
Yeah.
So, getting back to the poster Sunday. It's out.
Yeah,
isn't
you've
it,
had
this
that
version?
poster up for a lot. Can we have a new graphic? My eyes are getting bored. Have you not got Wonder Woman? I mean, seriously, and Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's all wrong. It looks Henry Cavill Superman.
There you go.
No, can we have a bit of Wonder Woman?
There you go.
Please?
This is just for
Not
doing
again.
Spockney.
It's like
Send me
looking
your
in
money.
the mirror. I want something. Swap shop. Send him a Wonder Woman shop, will you?
There you go, mate.
Come on, Gal Gadot.
Are you happy?
Wonder
Are you
Woman
happy
money.
now? Are you happy
But
now?
you know what? Though? Seriously,
I'm hungry.
the best thing that came out of the DC universe so far is two superhero characters that I liked, and I like their films. The first Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, or Gal Gadot, whoever her name is. Gadot. Yeah, she actually looks like Wonder Woman, and she's gorgeous, and her costume is quite good. And also Shazam, the guy who played Shazam. I thought that was a great movie. Absolutely fun.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, and those are the two they got right, in my opinion. I haven't seen Aquaman, by the way, but a lot of people say it's good, but I haven't seen it. So I can't comment on that.
Aquaman was okay.
Well, someone please send Mr. Brown a picture of Wonder Woman so he can put it up on screen, because I'm just
Linda Carter, please.
with that picture. Anyone, anything.
Yeah.
Linda Carter, please.
Sam Fox, anyone, just please.
Show your age there, mate.
Yeah.
So, as I said,
an hour and a half
this is
of that picture. Oh,
Sklavko says, is S for Spockney? It is, mate.
Spockman.
Yeah, it is.
Super Cockney.
But I
Obviously-
don't understand why they're scared to actually have women, sexy women on TV now. And
For
on
fear of
films.
offence. For fear of
It's a-
offence.
It's a bird. It's a bloke. It's Super Cockney.
It's
Right,
a it.
It's a this. It's a phone.
Absolutely. What we need someone that looks like Linda Carter to play Wonder Woman. Even though I think Gal Gadot is good.
Gal Gadot.
Leaping over smaller eel stands and chip vans in a single round. Hang on, Ollie,
Is-
that. Yes, it's all right. It wasn't
Has
a
anybody
point
got
anyway.
Has anybody got good expectations for the Snyder Cut, which
Nah.
drops Sunday?
Nah.
Not really. I
No,
don't care. No, I don't care.
Nobody's
you know,
interested.
A lot of people are going to be watching it, but it's I don't see how it could be any better or any worse than the one that came out.
They're
Personally,
acting like it's a new film, isn't it? It's just extended. It's not like they're going to cut
Well, it's
out
four,
the old shite,
four
is it?
episodes, effectively.
Mm.
It's a mini
Is it
series.
4 hours long?
Yeah, it's 4 hours.
apparently.
Yeah, I think you can either view it as one sitting or four episodes. I don't know how they're doing it at the moment, though.
Well, once you've got it on, on the streaming, certainly on physical, you can watch 16 sittings. It's up to you, isn't it? You can pause it if you like.
I would
32
maybe
sittings.
think, for the benefit of HBO, they should put it out weekly. 1 hour episode per week instead of just dropping it all in one go. I don't know.
Nah.
When people binge it, it's here, gone, yesterday's news. Whereas, it's called water
That's true.
cooler moments.
Yeah.
Even though nobody's at work, but
There's no water cooler.
yeah. I think I'd kind of like to watch it maybe as weekly, but I'm interested.
I guess because I've not
Just
seen
to
the
see the
original. I'm not. Well, I'm for the opposite reason. I've not seen the original, so I can't see the difference. But I get normally reverse psychology. All the hype would put me off, but there's so much hype. I'm almost like, all right then, let's fucking see this bollocks I keep
Yeah.
hearing about. Twitter at the moment is basically Gina Carano and Zack Snyder
and this
Justice
and this
League.
channel and this channel.
And this channel, yeah, basically. And so the last out of the three is good. The first two, all right then. So let's
don't
get it
know.
over with.
I'm
going to get out of my head and watch it.
sorry, Courtney. I would like to think
you will
that
be.
after this has been put to bed, the Snyder Cut,
Yeah,
that we could, if we're going to see Superman again, let's have something a little bit more traditional uniform, a
Red
little bit more optimistic, because I think the world needs Superman, especially now.
exactly. True.
Especially
Yes.
now. Especially
Yes.
now.
We need
It was
the
like
Superman.
the original when it was released in the 70s. Originally, it was like Star Wars. It gave everyone a shot of optimism, didn't it? Again, as a contrast to all of the dark, depressing, sort of cynical movies
Yep.
and the gangster movies and all the adult stuff. It was
And all the
real
dark
breath of fresh
reality.
air. Yeah, and I think
3-day week, rubbish in
it's-
the streets, Vietnam
that
War.
time has come round again. I think we're due something like that.
Bodies piling up in the streets. Yeah, that's what we need.
Yeah, all that. Yeah, reality is shite. Give us a nice bright film. Thanks very much, Film
Yeah,
Studios.
3-day working week. Even though now we're doing a
0-day working week. For fuck's sake. Come back late 70s, all is forgiven. At least then you knew where the neo-Nazis were and who they were. Anyway, it was a simpler time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The
tell me about
racists
it.
came out and taunted you and abused you, but at least you knew where they were and who they were.
Oh, simpler time makes you wonder how complicated it's going to be in a few years. doesn't it?
Three channels of
Exactly.
TV. That was it. 3 channels of
That's all we
TV.
did.
That was it.
We're happy in them days.
And you couldn't even record it.
No.
Yeah,
Mm.
you have
Yeah,
to watch
sure.
it when they put it out. Exactly. Brady Bunch, 5:15. You ain't
Yeah.
home from school, you're fucked. Or whenever it was, 4:15. Can't
Yeah.
quite remember.
Oof. I'm looking at pictures of Linda Carter. Bloody hell.
Oh, you've got Linda Carter on your screen. Meanwhile, we're stuck with this black
Yeah,
and white
amazing.
monstrosity for an hour and a half.
I'm looking at Linda Carter as well. Oh, hey.
Can you send me a picture over?
Please, for the love of Christ.
She's
Or
she's
Superman.
gorgeous. She had
Well,
such a thin
send her
waist,
over.
and also she had huge boobies.
You
So
tease.
she was-
Wait,
quite
less of
yeah.
that on this channel. We have standards.
Conversations
what?
up here, mister. Yeah.
No,
Hello,
well,
standards.
yeah,
Yeah.
huge-
No standards.
So would it make a difference if I said she had huge breasts?
Yes, much better.
That's
Beautiful
more.
eyes.
yeah.
Well, why don't you send the pictures so we can all judge? Come on.
Or
someone-
do you
of
mean we
someone
can all
around.
do what?
I'm gagging for a bit of eye candy over here.
She's 69 and she's still got it.
Whee!
Her daughter's really nice as well. If you've seen her daughter,
Yeah, she is. She is.
Nice cameo in the end of whatever film it was. Before.
Oh, there was the
Oh,
last one.
Wonder
She was
Woman
the cameo in the
84.
last one,
Linda,
wasn't she?
is that right? Linda Carter was in.
Did
the
you-
did
last
you
see
one.
it?
That's the best thing about it.
I saw it. Yeah, I saw it. It was all right. It wasn't very good. The story didn't make any sense, but hey,
Yeah, it was.
what can you do?
Not
But
much.
I thought it was.
I only
rubbish.
watched it because of Gal Gadot because she's gorgeous, and that's
She is
all
a
that
great
matters, really.
Wonder Woman. To be fair,
yeah, she is. She's good.
Yep.
She's a lovely girl. Lovely
Shame
girl.
that- Shame the script and the direction was so shite, but at least they got the acting right.
Yeah, I guess.
Not that I saw it. Reviews of films I haven't seen. Wonder Woman 84. Hated it. Didn't see it. Hated it preemptively. Wishes.
I mean-
don't.
I wish to be the wisher. Whatever. Plus, it's got Pedro Nazi apologizer in it. You're all Nazis. You're all Nazis.
Pedro.
Whatever.
everyone gets a nut. No, that's not right.
You get a Nazi. You get a Nazi. You get a cancellation. You get a cancellation.
You're reinstated. Hang on a minute. Who's
Boys.
started and who's not again now?
Can we have a news check? I want to. Let's get it back to Gina Carano before we wrap up. Can we do a quick news check on any is the Independent or Sunday Sports, someone reliable, confirmed or denied whether Gina Carano's been, because
I'll have a look.
as they're not filming it. Thank you, and
I
thanks for
found the-
getting rid of Superman off the screen
found
at
the best-
last.
I found the best picture of Linda Carter.
It's not as good as mine.
Okay,
Oh.
we'll see.
Bear with me, boys. You see.
Is she in a
I'll
French
s-
maid uniform?
I'll send you, Mr. Brown, on
Twitter?
Twitter.
Email?
Twitter.
Pigeon, snail mail,
With me, boys.
Whatever. There
courier delivery.
you go. That's my picture of Linda Carter in a Wonder Woman costume. She looks absolutely gorgeous.
Carter, the unstoppable sex machine. I'm still looking at us four. Two Spocks and two nerds. That's what I got on my screen.
Ah, well.
A combination of shit and slow internet.
What, you can't download a JPEG? Is that what you're saying?
That is what he's saying.
Bear with me.
But we can't hear him because of his low internet. He'd be
Shite-
struggling with a tiff, mate.
Shite internet.
Equals no Linda Carter. Boo.
Uh,
And my phone's down to 7%.
I'm
so
You're embarrassed.
And myself.
Didn't know that was possible.
You're in yourself.
I'm
Sorry,
embarrassed.
What did you say?
What?
Seeing
How
myself
can you say that?
technology.
Oh,
I'm
listen to this,
getting
guys.
let
Go on then.
down
Yes,
badly.
go on. Is
Listen
it
to this.
Gina News?
Greetings, viewers. Sources say Gina Carano's fate is in flux and evolving rapidly as Disney panics over fan backlash at her firing. Is Disney preparing to bend the knee? Here's what I've been told on why she was fired and why they may be walking that firing back. Isn't that right, Charlie Cthulhu?
Yeah, press my button.
Right, that's a great Indian accent. How did
That's
you
a
do
good-
that?
I
That
say,
was
good
terrific,
accent
absolutely
there.
terrific. Absolutely terrific.
Native American, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
that's the update from old Overlord anyway.
Oh, okay.
Is that Twitter or video or both?
That's on Twitter. That's his tweet. I'm just having a look
Okay.
to see if there's anything else.
All right.
Because he has
Is
done
that
the
Cash
video, so
Cow?
I've got, that's
Cash
the,
Cow?
I've got the pretty much
Cash cow. Who's cash cow?
the listeners.
The
Well, they are the
stream.
cash cow. Well, we've got interesting care. We get the chats, but not the money. Not that we mind, but come on, dig into your pockets, listeners. No, we should let them off the first batch, but tell your
Kral
friends to make
Birab
sure they
said,
got
wow,
wallets.
when did Doomcock arrive? I think he arrived when my computer started going tits up. All I could hear was Matt's voice
You,
sounding like a Dalek.
Did you get the pictures, by the way? I want to see Matt's picture. It's probably the same one as my one.
I tried, and as I said, the computer said no. Sorry,
Ah.
The computer says no.
I am
That's terrible.
I am Carol out of Little Britain.
The computer says no.
Well, I'll tell you what, Matt, I will send you my picture on Twitter.
all right, you little
and you can
wankers.
send me your picture on Twitter, and I'll tell
little
you.
wankers, little wankers,
I'll tell you. There's my picture, mate.
Hold on a
you
minute.
little wankers.
I sent you the picture. You can see it yourself, Ian. I'll send it
Well,
to you
yeah,
via
the,
Twitter.
the computer will go.
Oh, for God's sakes. Carl, I'm still waiting for my one from Matt. Where is it, Matt?
Hold on a sec. Hold on a minute. Don't rush me. Oh God! All right, hold on.
Ian, I meant to ask you, what was that? You DM'd me this afternoon on Twitter with a link for a short video, didn't you?
Yeah. It's Spy Girls. You watched it? Did you? It's only 8 minutes.
Yeah, I sent you a message back saying, yeah, watched it.
Yeah. It's just a short that we made. We basically it was we wrote a script called Spy Girls, and it was and we shot the first 6 minutes of it because we had an investor that said they would invest.
All right.
And then suddenly that investor disappeared. Wouldn't return any of our emails or
right.
calls. And stuff
Wasn't
like that.
Doomcock, was it?
No. So it just ended up as I just put it on YouTube at 8 minutes short.
When
it ends in a
did
clickbait.
when did you make that?
I think 7 years ago, something like that.
It almost felt like Rebecca Gold Extended Universe.
It probably is. It probably is. My old boss.
Is that what it is?
Well, my old boss wanted. I wrote it for him. Actually, he's still my boss. Actually, my Canadian. He's Canadian, and I wrote it for him. And me and him came up with the concept. So I wrote the screenplay. He owns half the copyright. I own half the copyright.
All right,
and then we had a couple of investors that was interested, and then suddenly they all just disappeared for no apparent reason. So there you go. So that's why that short exists as an 8 minute piece. Matt, I still haven't got your picture. Oh, you sent me a picture. No, I sent you a picture. Oh, where's my picture?
Come on, boys. The viewers are dropping off. Oh, he's gone.
He's gone. He's gone.
Fucking hell, there's the irony of it all.
He was so ashamed that I sent a better picture than his. He's just disappeared.
There, he was taking the piss out of my computer and he said, no.
Oh, dear. Oh,
Cockney,
and,
are you still there?
Cockney's
Yeah,
and
it's just I've had to plug in, so I've muted
Oh,
out.
right,
The
okay.
headphones are off.
We are at 1 hour 43. So,
make it 2.
yeah, we'll just finish off 2 hours. Just anything you
Where
want,
did
really.
Matt go? Oh no! Maybe. As I said, maybe my
He didn't like
picture
that
was so
picture, did he?
He's gone for a Tommy. He's gone for a Tommy
Not for
Tank.
Tommy Tank. And we don't mean Abrams.
Do you think because is Abrams is he doing a Superman movie?
Apparently so.
Oh, he isn't.
Yeah. Apparently.
Yeah, is Cavill going to be in it?
I don't know.
I hope.
Oh,
he
he's
is.
back.
He's back.
He's
Oh,
A
back.
browser
He's back.
problem. Just had a
No,
browser problem.
we said you'd gone for a Tommy Tank.
I haven't seen the picture yet.
I've said,
Oh.
it's on Twitter. It's on Twitter.
Oh,
mate.
Is it?
very
Let me have a look.
kinky. Pre-picture Tommy Tank, kinky.
God, using your imagination like back in the day. Oh, I remember
Oh,
those days.
The anticipation was just too much.
Oh, do you
Is
know?
it is it,
Sklavko is amazing. I love Sklavko.
is your one, Matt?
I'm looking. Did you DM it to me or did you tweet me? Did you link me into?
I put it in your message thing.
Come on, guys. If I was viewing this, I'd be bored shitless. Come on, sort it out. And trust me, I know when it's fucking boring.
It's there, mate. I can't believe you can't see it.
Jesus Christ.
Don't you blaspheme in here?
So, as I said, J.J. Abrams with his $500 million mega deal with Warner's.
Why?
Um,
Why?
Fuck
I
knows.
reckon it's the wrong thing or
Shit, now.
something.
I don't know. I've not got a message come through, so maybe you did.
I sent you the Superman link and also sent you the picture of Linda Carter. This is your one.
You might have a wrong one.
Have you not got his mother's, have you?
Yeah.
His mother's Twitter account. Listen,
When
boys,
you send me a message on Twitter and then
can you not do this afterwards?
no, because this is fun.
Clearly
I've
not.
just sent, I've just sent
Oh.
Ian. I've just linked Ian into something on his Twitter, but it's
Well-
not. But I didn't have the option to send you a DM, so I
So
just linked
all
you.
the guys in
A dungeon
the
master.
in the chat, basically, Ian is enjoying doing that because it's more fun than this stream. Cheers, Ian. What a wanker.
He's proving he can do multitasking, unlike the
Yeah,
rest of us
exactly.
blokes. Show off. Ooh, I
I've
can
got that.
multitask.
Well, listen, I don't know why you're not seeing my picture, but hey, such as
Can you
life.
see
I
mine?
guess.
Can you see mine?
No, I can't.
Sklavko says we should do the next stream on a Commodore 64.
Commodore 64. What? Upgrade that much?
I've got a VIC 20 in the loft.
I used to have one of them,
Ooh.
Commodore 64. I loved Commodore 64 when I was a
I
kid.
had an Atari 800 XL. It was
That's-
amazing.
And when them
That's your
quickly
Matt,
replaced by an Acorn Electron.
in the chat. That's your Twitter handle, isn't it?
No, that's me. That's my other one.
You
that's
plum.
why you
plum.
can't see it. Hey.
What a plum.
Well, I've got it now. It's now come through. I see it. No, I did see that picture. I did see it, but it wasn't the one that I've given to Mr. Brown. I've just linked
Oh.
you. I've linked you a couple.
Oh,
Oh, all right,
So
I'll give it. I'll
have
give
a
it.
look. I didn't DM you.
I'll
I
give it a
linked
try.
you.
Oh, that's more confusing.
Oh, I DM'd
Yeah.
Mr. Brown the pictures. Mr.
Oh.
Brown should have them in his inbox, but I couldn't do that for Ian for Mega Geek
All
for
right.
some reason.
Because he's not
Right.
that. Because
Oh, I
he's
see.
not that mega. He's not that mega.
Didn't give me the
he
option.
is. He thinks he is.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What is
That's
going
hilarious.
on?
That's absolutely hilarious. Those two pictures. Somebody's got a lot of time in their hands, haven't they? Whoever did those
Oh.
pictures, that is.
Well, I don't
Bloody
know. I
hell.
like the. Do you want me to show them?
That's funny.
Yes.
Yeah, stick them up, mate.
What's going on? I want to know.
Stick
Put
them
'em
up. Hold on. Then.
If your computer can handle it.
I think the one on the right is the one that people, those Jody bots want to see, aren't they? 'Cause,
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
because that's what they want women to be like, isn't it? So that's hilarious. That's so funny.
That's the Hulk version, basically.
Yeah.
Although her breasts are too big. But the other one I think is amazing. That's like Linda Carter's face, but on like an Amazon type muscular
Yeah.
body.
What, Jeff Bezos? Oh, weird.
Right, just bear with me, boys. Hopefully,
What's that say? Jeff someone.
Bezos.
He's the one
Bezos.
Jeff Bozo. Lex
Um,
Luthor, in other words.
Lex
my
Luthor.
computer says no. Sorry, guys,
Computer
it's
says no.
gone.
Oh my goodness.
That's all right.
Will
says
someone
no.
please buy this man a computer
Oh,
from
hold
this
on.
century?
I'm
Oh.
figuring out how to do stuff on the fly. Bear with me.
He's cranking it up. Go wind
Should be
it
on the
up.
computer, not on your fly.
Oh,
Fuck me. Listen, if I was watching this at home, I'd be turning off in droves. So I do apologize. I do
What, on your own?
apologize, guys. I do
turn yourself
apologize.
into a drove.
If you
That
want
is-
to see something a little bit more professional, there is a tip jar on the description.
It's only six people.
It's the Browns
mate.
Computer Fund, yeah.
Yeah, but
Six
I'll give you a
people.
tip. Never eat yellow
quality,
snow.
quality 6 people.
Yeah,
Never do your shoelaces up in a revolving door. There's a tip.
that's
We've
right.
had-
That's a
To be fair,
Or
we've
on an
had.
escalator.
To be fair, we've had.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness me! That's what we waited for. Oh,
Seamless Photoshop there.
So,
wow.
Matt.
That is-
So, in your old Twitter handle, it has that picture, not that picture, but the picture that I've said, and also has the Superman thing. So,
Let me have a look, mate.
assuming you can access that.
Yeah, I can just flick between the two accounts. Hold on.
That is horrible. That picture, isn't it? But quite funny.
Well,
The fact
when you,
that
get
someone
to,
did it is amazes me.
when
Yeah.
you get to my stage in life, you wouldn't turn it down. Put it that way.
You would have a choice.
Yeah. Yeah, she'd definitely kill you if she landed on you.
Well, as long
That's
as
for
I went
sure.
out with a smile on my face, I'd be happy.
Just snap it off. Cool. You wouldn't do reverse cowgirl with that, would you? Oh dear. Don't think about it.
Who cares?
Well, you care if you snapped it off. Oh,
It must have been thinking about it though. For Linda Carter to keep that shape when she was doing the new adventures of Wonder Woman must have been really hard for her not to eat a lot and maintain her figure, because when she did appear as Wonder Woman, you know, she had to look that shape, didn't she, to fit into the costume. So it must have been quite hard for her to maintain that shape.
Yeah, I would say looking at her, she probably didn't do much kind of gym stuff, but it was probably all diet. But bear in mind, it was the late 70s, so it wasn't
But
really particularly critical.
Her waist though, it was really, really small. Her waist, and obviously when she
Hourglass figure.
started, sorry,
hourglass figure.
yeah.
Yeah,
And when she started originally, she was very young when she did the World War I ones, and then when she started in the new adventures of Wonder Woman, she really did look great. She was toned, and she had that small waist, and the costume fitted her perfectly, and she really did look like the Wonder Woman of the comics, didn't she?
Yeah.
So-
Hourglass is better than beer glass, isn't it?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. I do have a fondness for the Wonder Woman series.
Oh yeah. It's great.
That series, yeah.
Especially that skateboarding episode.
Oh God, yeah.
I liked the invisible plane. That was ace.
yeah. But she when she used to run down the road, she never used to have heels on her boots, and then when she stopped, she had heels on her boots. So I remember that as a kid, going, "What happened to her heels?" So yeah, but yeah, I mean, really good show.
Retractable heels.
Yeah.
Oh, I do like that picture though.
Do you?
Oh,
Do you remember? Do you remember China from WWF?
Yeah.
Is she not with us anymore?
No, she died a while back.
Yeah,
Remember Giant Haystacks?
Big Daddy.
I
That
wouldn't
was
say it
like
was Wonder Woman.
the China version of Wonder Woman.
Kendo Makisaki. Yeah, I remember them.
He
I'm
was-
pretty
he
sure
was-
that Cockney remembers them as well.
He was a
What?
child pervert. He was.
Big
Was he?
Daddy.
Oh no.
He was. Kendo Nagasaki. Yeah, I'm sure he was convicted.
Oh no, he's probably mates with Jimmy Savile, isn't he?
Oh,
God.
yeah.
please no. Right. I think we're going to call it a draw on that.
No, it's
On
not,
Jimmy
it's not 2
Savile.
hours yet. You've got still
It's
got
not
a couple
2
of
hours.
minutes left.
And you're
What's
Do you know
Jazz
what?
said, mate?
Because
Savile.
the JS was mentioned.
So yes,
well,
we talking
you
about.
mentioned him. Savile.
No, I
Row.
did. No,
Oh, is that taboo, is it?
I don't think
let's
we're going
have
to go down
5
that
minutes.
rabbit hole.
I vote.
Not the did he?
Moving along then.
Well,
5
I
minutes
was
to Gina
talking about the
Carano.
JJ Superman, but
Got off
Well,
track.
you've got a couple
Gina,
of minutes to talk about it.
you
haven't
lot
you?
just kind
Yep.
of started.
You lot.
You lot started dicking about on your phones or whatever with the what do you call it, the Wonder Woman
thing.
pictures.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
me,
Looking at those. Whoa.
It was
with me,
worth it,
with me
though.
struggling. It was.
It was
So
worth
let's have
it.
5 minutes of Gina Carano. Wrap it all up because she's
Yeah, but-
trending.
Let's go full
What's happening
circle.
with-
It's
yeah,
either
what's
that or
happening
it all
with
goes
Gina?
back to the
Yeah.
last
What
Jedi.
what
you know,
is the what is Twitter and what's it saying about it at the moment? What's the latest?
She
Do we know?
she might be coming back after the investors meeting, I presume. I don't know. Well, I'm only on this phone, and this is about to die. So you tell me.
He put it up 56 minutes ago. What's his name? Doomcock. He put this
Doom
video up.
Cockney. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gloom
So-
Gloom block.
Mm.
They will not disagree with me. Ban them. Oh, I hate cancel culture.
Mm.
So-
I think this is going to run the full course, don't you?
Well, I hope that she hasn't been fired, and I hope that she gets
Yeah.
a job back, and I hope that that will be a slap in the face to all those people that were kind of trying to be mean to her.
Yeah.
But you know, it doesn't really. I don't really care. Tell you the truth about the whole situation, because I don't. You know, but that's the thing. If she does come back, it'd be great, wouldn't it? You
Yes.
know?
In the context of with everything that's going on, it may be the moment in pop culture that we've been waiting for. I don't know.
We'll find out.
Yeah,
She's-
I mean-
something might change. I don't know.
I mean, personally, I'm over it with Disney anyway, so I don't care, and I don't like the
same here.
Mandalorian, so I doubly don't care. So I just care in principle about what's happening to Ms. Carano. But
Um,
yeah, as far as Disney as a company and the content they produce, I'm over it. I don't give a fuck.
Is there any news of Pedro Pascal?
Have they
yeah.
really fired him?
I'm just
Who
looking
even
into it.
knows at this stage? She's hired, she's fired, he's refired. Oh, I don't know.
Well, it depends what his contract was. You know, maybe he was just signed up for 2 seasons. Who knows?
But you know what, right? Remember, you hear those rumors about him that he didn't like wearing the mask, and he was
Yeah.
causing trouble on the set. And a lot of people said that's not true, but there might be a reason why they've introduced Boba Fett, and that might be the reason why. Who knows?
Yeah,
Replace him.
because
Oh.
Mandalorian will be no more,
Hmm.
and then they'll kind of go to the book of Boba Fett.
Bubba
It-
Fett.
Yeah, might be just a nice coincidence for Disney to kind of get rid of one series.
I always thought the Mandalorian as a character was just a discount Boba Fett anyway. Why didn't they
Yeah.
just start with Boba Fett in the first place?
Yeah.
Kathleen Kennedy suggested that, didn't she? They should have went with Boba Fett and
Oh, she actually got
Filoni.
something right. Well done,
Oh.
Kathleen.
said
Oh, well
no.
done, Kathleen. You're forgiven.
Yep. Now get the coffee on.
Yeah, because that's what there was this there's a leak, isn't there, with Spielberg's voice saying that Kathleen Kennedy, when they had meetings, Kathleen Kennedy always used to interrupt them with some useless information.
Yeah, sticking
And
her
they-
oar in when she should have been just taking
Yeah.
notes. She was a bad
Oh.
typist, but she couldn't keep her fucking mouth
Yeah.
shut. And now she's the head of Lucasfilm. Well done, Spielberg. This is the bloke whose
it's not-
dentist basically said, "Oh, my son could play Han Solo." All right then.
But it's not Spielberg's
J.J.
fault.
Abrams?
It's
Everything's
Luke,
Spielberg's fault.
the one that
hired
hired
her.
Kathleen
Before
to
he
take
sold
over.
Lucasfilm. Yeah, not a lot of people realise that, do they? Good
Message
point.
from Tupac. Basically, he would re-sign for Boba Fett, Book of Boba Fett.
Oh, so he's in it. Mandalorian is in.
No.
Boba Fett.
No, if I've read this rightly, Tupac's saying,
What is
fuck
he
his
saying?
subscription, and then if Boba Fett comes back, he'll sign up for Disney Plus again.
But what if Boba Fett comes back,
That's-
but
that's
Gina
where they've got you,
Carano's
though,
still
isn't it?
fired?
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's where they've got you, though, isn't it?
Not me. Like, I tell you, I keep saying, I only come back for one thing.
But you know what?
Han, Luke, and Leia on screen
Yes.
together.
I was
That is
Cockney.
it.
I was,
That
I
or
was
nothing.
literally. I was
Cockney.
just going to say that sentence for sentence, word for
What?
word for word there, mate.
Word sentence. We'll go and say it as well. Then say it.
Even that, they had their chance. They fucked it up. They'll never get it back. It's gone. We need
What's
to get
that?
over it. Star
Luke, and
Wars.
Leia
It's
on
gone.
screen.
It's gone. They
Yeah,
had
it's
the
gone.
chance.
That
They blew
close.
it. They blew it.
When they killed Han, they killed my Star Wars basically. 30 years of hurt, and then just fucks him with a
Matt, you
lightsaber.
got anything to say about that?
Just looking online, see if there's any further updates. I can't see anything yet. So I don't know who said something about Pedro Pascal being fired, but I can't find anything
That was
about it.
Tupac. I kind of get the feeling that what will happen is that some of us will go to bed and it will all happen overnight.
Yeah. Disney are
Like-
laughing because it's all free publicity, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's fired, she's fired. Everyone's talking about Disney.
Yeah.
Do you know there's a famous book out there about
Mein Kampf.
about Twitter and about people that actually got destroyed by Twitter. And there was
So
one
that's
story I
Slavko.
read in the book.
Yeah.
It was just briefly, it was one story where this woman had made some comment. She got on the plane because she was on a high-powered job, and then when she landed, everybody was looking at her strange. She was wondering why, and then she realized it was something she said on Twitter, and she got fired. That's how powerful Twitter is, I guess.
Mm.
It's crazy, right?
The
Crazy
cesspit of
insane.
Twitter.
I think if you're going to be on Twitter, then you just go anonymous. Don't actually
Yeah.
show your identity, because you really do open yourself up to stalking and people from your profession keeping an eye on what you're doing. And if you say the tiniest little thing out of line, it's like, oh, just go anonymous. No one can stop you from doing that.
Yeah. All I'm going to use Twitter is to advertise these, and that's it. And just try and avoid everything else.
Yeah, best way to be.
Okay.
Right, well, on the 2 hours, see you all on Twitter. See you there.
We'll see you all on Twitter for the after party.
Yay.
Right. Okay.
Right.
We'll finish off there.
Yay.
I will say to everybody in the chat and who have stuck with us all this time,
Well
thanks for watching. Well done. Yes. Hope you enjoy the content. As I say every time, we are nothing without you guys. We love the interaction. It'd be, boring as hell if you guys weren't here. Usual stuff. Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. Let's see if we can get the numbers up a bit.
Send us your money.
Send us your money.
8 people watching now, so just towards the end, 2 more people joined.
Always,
You've got to go for
every
another.
fucking
Got to go for an
time.
hour now. You got to
Could
go
I
for an
just
hour, mate.
could I just say, for the 2 people who've just turned up, wherever
Well
you've been,
done. All my
you've
life.
missed 2 hours of quality.
Fun.
Ian, I can fall out with you very quickly.
There you go.
Ian, thanks for your time this evening.
Right,
Appreciate
no
it
worries.
as always. Cockney Spock Doom. Cheers, mate.
Bollocks. Thanks, my friend. Send me your money.
I need your money.
I want your money.
Swap
Like the
shop.
sunshine. I'm all right, mate. Yeah. Cheers for inviting me on again. Look forward to the next one, whatever bollocks we end up talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think tomorrow we're going to be on at 8 p.m. or 2000 hours
Friday nighty,
GMT.
tighty whitey, blighty.
We're going to do a bit of a kind of a pre warm up show for the USA boys. So
For the Friday night
definitely.
bullies.
so that's 2000 hours GMT. So we're going to probably come on for a couple of hours, talk about
Cool.
geeky stuff and all that usual jazz.
All the usual
So,
bollocks.
I'll stick a link up in the
But we
usual
might have
places.
a live Tim Tam box opening.
Yeah, we
Well,
might have a unboxing or 2 of some
biscuits.
biscuits. So we'll see how it goes.
Is that
What-
Cockney Spock's biscuits? Is it?
Yeah, we'll get
Yeah.
Cardinal Sin on to do it.
Yeah, Country Fresh crisp biscuits. Oh, you've
I
given him a
think-
shout out. Good lad.
We should get him on here.
should
I
get
think
him
that's
on
it, boys. I'm
Token
going
American.
to play the outro if it plays, and then we're out of here. So
Probably not. It's sound of your computer blowing up.
it'll
Bang.
finish the computer off once and for all. So if you don't see us
Melting
again, you know what it
down.
is. It's the CPU going into it. It's going like that. So
That's
Cheers,
central
guys.
processing
See you
unit
soon.
for those. Bye. Bye.